What's going on, everybody? Who we 186 back again with another podcast, the Overrated Podcast, episode 68. Um, before Steve talks, let's go over kind of like what happened last Monday. Obviously we had it was a long podcast. It was a very contentious podcast. You got the link, right?
Yeah, I wish you had seen it earlier, but that's fine.
Yeah. So it was a pretty contentious podcast, and I partly blame myself for it. Because I should have just gone through the I should have just gone through the topics the way that we were supposed to, and yeah, it just you got caught up in some bullshit, and it is what it is. So what we're going
No,
to
no, 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 don't say partially. No, it was 100% your fault why we gone so long in that podcast. It was all you, all you.
okay, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. So
It was all you. It wasn't me.
I'm not no I wasn't mentioning you. Not
Oh,
it's not
okay.
all right. So yeah, so I apologize for that. That's never gonna happen again. And moving forward, if we have like obviously the reason why we read comments is because we want to respect you guys' opinion and stuff like that. And I will always do my best to do so. But if we are going a bit long on a topic, whatever, then obviously at some point we are gonna have to move on and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys understand that.
Wait,
Um,
wait, 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 wait. When you say move on, you mean skip comments?
yeah, 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 yeah. So
Hmm. I mean, I guess we
it,
could we could go ahead.
it's gonna be rare. Like I don't think it's gonna happen all the time, but yeah. So but yeah. So if a topic gets too long winded or whatever, if we're spending time talking about stuff that's not on the agenda, we're just gonna have to like kind of move on so that we don't have what happened last week happen ever again. So
I mean, what happened last week was out of the ordinary. It was an aberration. Let's just be honest. It was definitely an aberration, but um, but I don't think the solution. I don't want to debate about it, but I don't really think the solution is to skip. Because if people have questions and they want us to give our thoughts and they want us to give our opinions, don't you think we should do that? Especially the fact that they're the ones that's supporting our channel. No.
that's fine. But if we are at a point where we're taking too long or we're not going to finish the podcast, we have to move on.
Okay.
So, so yeah. So all right. So yeah,
I find it to be very amazing that it really took long as it did. You know, it was it took a long time where I don't this is the first time that this ever happened to us, right? Where we couldn't finish.
outside of like technical issues, yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So yeah, it's not that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen again. So I'm not going to. Yeah, so I do apologize for that. It's not something that it's something that I should not have done. But like I said last week podcast, I don't have a problem with anybody, but I'm not gonna get punked.
Oh
So
man.
no, I'm just saying, no, it's fine. Like it's not like whoever like I said before, if Roy wants to come back and support the channel, that's fine. He's there to support you. That's fine. Like I have no problem with that. But so I'm just putting it out there. It is what it is. Anyway, go ahead, do your introduction.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see what the point of doing the introduction now, but you know, this is the traditionalist 101, and you know how it is. We have to hold on to tradition, and that's the only way how society works and how society fits, and it just belongs and it just works. But anyway, I do have like one thing I wanted to mention. Did you did you did, I don't know if I should ask you now or I should ask you later. Are you gonna? Well, you know what? It has nothing to do with any of the topics, but I'm just curious. Are you planning on getting anything on Black Friday?
I already got something on Black Friday.
Black Friday hasn't started yet.
I that don't that I don't mean that I didn't get. I already got something for Black Friday.
Well, what you got?
I got like a
You jumped the gun already, so go ahead, share.
yeah USB extender.
That's it.
Hmm.
That's what you got.
Yeah. What else am I gonna get?
I'm sorry I asked. Sorry I asked. I was expecting something awesome,
No,
but you got a USB extender.
yeah, everything I need I already have. So I don't need nothing for Black Friday.
Hmm.
Yeah, Best Buy had a Black Friday sale that was already live. I looked through the stuff that they had, and I saw, I need a USB extender, so I'm gonna get that.
I mean, yeah, I guess. What was the like out of the blue? You just suddenly said, "Oh, I just want a USB extender."
No, no, no. Like I was just looking through the sale to see what they had, if they had anything interesting or whatnot.
Hmm.
Um, and I saw they had. I was actually close to buying a charging port for my controllers, for my PlayStation 5 controllers, but with this extender, I can charge multiple controllers at one time. So save me a couple bucks. So yeah.
Okay, all right, that sounds pretty cool. Well, for me, I'm planning on. Well, like again, it doesn't really matter. Whichever console I see first, that's actually a good, reasonable price. That's the console I'm going to get. So whether if it's the PlayStation or the Xbox One X, that's the plan I'm trying to. That's the plan going forward. Yeah, I mean it has always been, but that's what I want to get for Black Friday. I don't really need anything else. So one of those two consoles is the main priority for this weekend. Hopefully, I'll be able to get one before I have to hit. Okay, well, actually, I'm off. I'm off on Thursday and Friday. I don't know if you're off. Are you?
Black Friday, no.
But you're off Thursday.
No. I work. They have me working in the morning on Thursday, and that's after I'm working graveyard. So I'm doing a double. So I'm doing working graveyard and working morning. I don't know how long. I don't know how long the shift is gonna be for morning. I just told them if I'm working morning, I'm the first person out. Like once it slows down. Once we're done, I'm out. No
I can't.
no no questions asked.
I can't believe they did that to you. Why would they schedule you? They know that you have a great graveyard shift. Like, what happened to all the foresight, man? Like, they know that you have graveyard, and then they're gonna just you. Pretty. What's the point of going home? You might as well stay at work the whole time.
I technically I can't because like I said, I have to take my mom to work. But like I said before, it's not a situation that I'm okay with, but it's better than the alternative.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's better than the alternative. So it is what it is.
Okay,
It is what it is.
not a problem.
Yeah. So all right. So our boy Ryan Meadows is in the chat. Um,
He said, "R.I.P. Rest in peace, Green Ranger." And
don't read
I
don't read the don't read the next two.
don't don't read the next two. Or let me at least let me gloss at it real quick. And he, oh gosh, well, the third one, I don't think that's a problem. But if you don't want to read it, that's fine. Um, Malta said, "You mother effers, where were you last?" Oh gosh, last week was crazy.
Yeah.
Last week was crazy because um last week on Monday, I mean, you were there, Malta. Hoovy went on this crazy argument, crazy dispute with one of my friends, Roy, and we were supposed to finish Thursday, and my Wi-Fi,
Wednesday.
yeah, Wednesday, and then my Wi-Fi just had a couple of hiccups to the point where it just wasn't working at all. Even wired, even when I was connecting it through Ethernet, because that's what I use by default anyway. I had absolutely no connection for some reason, and here's what I also wanted to say quickly. I kept on calling Comcast, Xfinity, yo, you need to get a technician out here. You need to get a technician out here, and they kept on insisting that they could fix the problem, diagnose the problem, and I was getting pissed off. Nothing worked. So Sunday happened, and and this was important to me. Talking about Jason and AKA Tommy, and I wanted to talk about this with no type of interruption at all. So what I said to them was, listen, you either get a technician out here Monday, or I'm canceling. I don't no longer want to support Comcast anymore. So you either get somebody now, or I'm canceling right now. And immediately, we're gonna work that. We're gonna work with that on with you, sir. We'll find someone right away for you. Oh, as soon as, and it's just like what you said, having now. Once you start talking about messing with people's money, that's when action actually takes place. And I actually experienced that firsthand. As soon as I talked about canceling, they got me a technician immediately. I just find that very interesting. So I think that's what I'm going to do from now on. From now on, whenever I have issues with my internet, I'm going to tell Comcast, you bring a technician now or cancel. That's what I'm going to do from now on, because it seems to me that's the only way that things will actually get done.
Okay.
But anyway, also, yeah. So my Hoovy apologized for Monday, and I'm apologizing for Wednesday.
All right. So all right. So here's what we're gonna do. Right. First off, we have a couple topics that I think we want to discuss. Obviously, the Green Ranger stuff that happened was important. But which one did you want to talk about first? Did you want to talk about Did you want to talk about Green Ranger, or you want to yell at Zach Wilson?
No, I told you we could talk about the NFL after. We
Okay,
could talk
okay.
about the NFL
Yeah. So all right.
afterwards.
So I think I heard about it. Well, I think I heard it on from a chat. I forgot which chat it was, but I think I heard about him dying. I think I heard it from you.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're the first person I heard talk about it, and like yeah, it was great. It's crazy. Like so, I mean, go ahead, talk about what happened.
So what was your immediate thoughts? Like, did you feel like it was no big deal? Like, did you look it up, or
No,
what was your immediate thought when I shared it?
when I first thought, I was obviously I was shocked. Because I know you had recently seen him. I know you had
Mm-hmm.
recently I know you had recently met him and stuff like that. So yeah, it was pretty stunning. You know what I mean? Like it was just it was stunning.
Okay, so you were pretty stunned. What happened? Okay. Yeah, and I did meet him actually. I met him in person, and my brother met him in person. Actually, my brother met him maybe a couple of times already. I
Mhm.
think either 2 or 3 times he had met him, and taking photos, and so they actually. I shouldn't. Not. I'm not gonna say they got close to a personal level, but it was to the point where he recognized them and he called them, by name and things like that. And I thought that was pretty cool. And he actually gave him, I think, a free picture or a free autograph on one of the photos.
Mhm.
So they knew each other. So I kind of used that as leverage. And when McKinley sent the picture to me, I showed him the picture and I said, just that was my brother. And he was like, oh wow, that's cool. Like he's such a great guy. And then, so we actually started having conversations immediately after that. Like we just started having conversations. He was telling me about himself, and I was telling him how much I grew up watching him for pretty much all my whole entire childhood, and he was my favorite Ranger. Got things signed, And matter of fact, I'm gonna actually show. You don't mind if I show it, right, on my
Yeah,
Twitter?
yeah, go ahead.
I'm actually gonna show the let me see, yeah, right here. So can you see it?
Yeah,
Yeah. So obviously, this is him
so,
right here.
yeah. Jason David
Um,
Frank.
yeah, Jason David Frank, and I don't know. For some reason, I really like this picture right here. But this is me taking pictures with him. We doing obviously, the morphin signal, whatever you call it. It's morphing time, and we decided to take a picture of that together. He had signed a couple of my pictures. I haven't got them framed yet,
Mhm.
but I am planning on getting them framed because I want them to be in a nice looking, expensive, good quality, frame where it's not going to break or anything, not cheap glass or anything like that. But it is expensive, and this moment right here was very very important to me,
Mhm.
very important to me because again, this was the first time I actually got to meet him, and he's a very. I thought for a minute he was probably going to be someone who's full of pride or whatnot because how famous he is and everything. But he is very very humble. He showed a lot of humility. He's very very nice. He's very polite. Uh, and man, like it made me an even bigger fan once I met him in person. Like wow, like this guy's a
Mhm.
complete gentleman, and for him to you know oh man, it's heartbreaking, man. It's definitely heartbreaking because I was talking to my brother about it, and I said, "Man, I just met this guy." And one of the other guys in this comic book store, his name is Eddie. I don't think he's in the chat yet, but shout out to Eddie. I told him, "Yo, like you were there, and you saw me taking pictures with him." It's just unbelievable how when you meet someone and now that they pass, like it really hits you hard. Like it really, really hits you hard for the simple fact that you actually met this guy, somebody who's young, somebody who was in shape, someone who people view him as a superhero. He knows a lot of different type of martial arts, and for him to pass, it breaks, man. It really breaks my heart. Like I wasn't happy at all. I wasn't happy at all. But let's read the article together real quick, and I have a couple other opinions that I would like to share as well. So here it is, right here. J.C. David Frank, Green Ranger, has died. Um, yeah, man, I salute you, man. So Jason David Frank, an actor and martial artist, best known for his recurring role as the Green and later White Ranger in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, has died. He was 49. And I have to say this to a lot of people: being in your 40s, whether it's your early 40s or your late 40s, that is still very young.
Yeah.
That is extremely extremely young, and it's just amazing how you hear people who passed, And I'm not saying he's in the same age group as us, but still, I mean, the guy was just about to turn 50, and he's gone. Somebody who had done so much, especially for us as kids, and he's gone. Like, man, it pisses me off. But let's continue reading. Uh, Frank manager Justin Hunt said in a statement, "Please respect the privacy of his family and friends during this horrible time as we come to terms with the loss of such a wonderful human being. He loved his family, friends, and fans very much. He truly will be missed." Hunt did not disclose the date of Frank's passing. His former co-star Walter E. Um, Jones, who played the original Black Ranger, who was your favorite Ranger, by the way. I remember you said it.
Mhm.
Um, this guy right here, he's actually your favorite Ranger.
Mhm.
Said on Instagram, "Can't believe it. R.I.P. Jason David Frank. My heart is sad to have lost another member of our special family." Now he said another member because just in case if you all didn't know, they had another Ranger that actually died several years ago prior.
Who was it?
Twi Chang, Trang. I can't say her last name.
The Yellow Ranger?
Yes,
Oh, for real? She died?
yeah, AKA Trini. Yeah,
Why? Oh.
she died. I believe, if I remember correctly, I think it was because of an accident. I think she got into a car accident and she didn't survive the accident.
Oh man.
I'm surprised you didn't know.
No, I didn't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when she passed, like I obviously was in shock because it was so long ago because this I felt like it was very recent. Like, wait a minute, like you just did Power Rangers and now you're gone. Like really?
Oh, how long ago was this?
Oh, this was a long time ago.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was.
Now I'm thinking about it. I think it is coming back to me now, but
Oh, it
like,
is.
yeah, but it's a long time ago. But yeah, it was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. And look, I didn't care what anybody said. I know a lot of the young boys at the time, especially when I was in school. Everybody loved the Pink Ranger, but for me, I really liked it. She was my crush out of all the Power Rangers. I thought she was the prettiest one, even though I didn't. Even though now I wasn't really into Asians that much, but she was very attractive to me. Like, I really liked it, her energy and her gentleness and everything like that. But anyway, so yeah, that's what he was talking about when he said another member has passed. So the line of referencing the death of the Yellow Ranger. Oh, okay. So explaining here who died. Okay, see, yeah, I was right. 2001 in a car accident.
Mhm.
So yeah, it was in a car accident. She didn't survive, and yeah, man, it's bad. I think this is a very cool picture, by the way. So let's continue on. Frank role as Tommy Oliver, aka Green Ranger, was originally due to only run for 14 episodes in the original series. He proved so popular, however, that he would later return as the White Ranger, then again multiple times throughout the next 2 decades, appearing most recently in the 2018 Power Ranger Super Ninja Steel series and making a cameo in the ill-fated 2017 Hollywood adaptation. Did you see that movie?
No,
Oh, you haven't seen it?
no.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I seen that movie. Yeah, he made an appearance like right at the end of the movie. He made the appearance with crap. What was her name? Amy Jo Johnson, aka Kimberly, the Pink Ranger.
Mhm.
So they were both in that movie, like right at the end of the movie. So let me see. What was the most important thing I wanted to read? Okay, yeah, this one. This is just pure speculation from a lot of people. A lot of people believe that this was the reason why he died. A lot of people said that he committed suicide, and
Oh, that's what was reported.
yeah, but they think that it's because of this. Some people was speculating that it's because of this. So, in addition to his work on Power Rangers, Frank, who divorced from his second wife earlier this year, was also a skilled martial artist who was capable in everything from Taekwondo, Judo, Aikido, and Muay Thai. While this helped land him his role on Power Rangers, it also led to a short career as a mixed martial arts fighter where he won a number of fights in 2010. So this look, we're not mind readers here, so we have to just wait to see once his family and his friends, starts to speak up about it. But he, a lot of people believe that he killed himself because of the divorce. Um,
Do,
eh, Go ahead.
do you really want to say that like knowingly?
I no, this is not what this is what other people are saying, not me,
Okay. All right. I
not
get.
me.
All right.
Yeah, not me. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But that's what a lot of people on Twitter have been saying it. Obviously, all around social media, people have been saying it. That was probably one of the reasons why he actually decided to take his life because of because of um, because of the divorce. And I also want to mention when he died, people mentioned that he had lost his stepdaughter. He had lost his stepdaughter, and he was just going through a lot of depression from what I've heard. I don't know if this is actually factual.
If he had lost a child, that I can understand. The grief of that being a lot more painful than a divorce. You know what I mean? Like, come on, like Hollywood actors and actresses, they get divorced all the time. So
Hmm.
it's like whatever. But
Well, even though it's the norm, let's not act like it's a good thing. I mean, a lot.
obviously it's not a good thing. But I don't think he would kill himself over that. But again, we don't know. We don't know. All the reports said that he committed suicide. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's and let me tell you when I found out that he had died. Um, I was going through the internet like crazy. I kept on refreshing the internet because all the internet kept on saying was, "Oh, it's just a rumor right now. It's just a rumor. This is not true."
I don't want to know
And
if it was real. Yeah.
yeah, and it was these weird, stupid sites that nobody heard of before. And I say, "Oh, okay, he's not dead. Like this is all a lie. This is not true. He's not dead. This is all just a big joke." And but you might laugh at me, but dude, I couldn't sleep because I wanted to make sure if this was true or not. I really wanted to make sure if this stuff was true because apparently, from what I heard, this was not the first time that the internet exploded announcing that he had died. Like apparently, this happened before, but obviously now this is actually legit. But many people have said this isn't the first time that the internet went crazy and announced that he had died. So so a lot of people didn't believe it, but obviously now once you got the confirmation from his, I think it was like his agent and his friends and whatnot, it actually became true. And bro, like I when he died, I'll just be straight honest with you. Who we 186, like I felt sad, man. Like I was really really sad because first we already lost Kevin Conroy, um, God rest his soul, and now you have Jason who had passed, and it's like all these '90s, early '90s heroes that people looked up to that had a huge fan base, you know, are passing off. And I stopped and I thought about it to myself, and I said, man, like how, like I don't, I'm not saying I cannot take much more of this, but this one really really hit me hard, and I think it's because I didn't really fully. I still think about Kevin Conroy to this day, but then once I heard this news, I was devastated, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was devastated, especially since I had actually met him in person. Um, and bro, like it tore me apart. I'm not gonna lie to you, like it really tore me apart. Um, did you have some? I know I'm talking a lot. Did you have something to say?
No, no, like I remember, obviously the introduction of the Green Ranger, and then yeah, that was epic. And then I remember when they kind of changed it up when it comes to the colors, and he became the White Ranger, and it was yeah, it's like, here's the thing, Steve. Like, it's obviously you're nostalgic about it because that's your childhood. That was our childhood, and naturally, certain things happen in your childhood where things change, and people get older, and things change. So these things are always going to happen to people who cling on to these celebrities and stuff like that. And I don't mean that in a bad way. But you get what I'm saying, right? Like, you get, like, obviously, you were so into the Batman series and all the other stuff, and obviously you're into Power Rangers. And I was too, but I like, a lot of that stuff I grew out of.
Can you see this real quick?
Oh yeah, let me talk about it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go. Yeah,
So like,
I actually, my bad to interrupting. This is what I was also going to say because I really wanted to, like, show, photos of him and stuff. In the middle of doing that, that's when I really started to get really emotional. Now, I'm not saying I cried or anything, but my eyes started to get a little bit, there was a little bit of water, in my eyes as I was, I was trying to put all these, photos together. That's when it really started to hit me really, really hard. I said, wow, like this dude is actually gone. Like he's actually gone. Well, but go ahead. Oh, my bad, man.
yeah, so I don't have the same, um like, I don't deal with death, celebrity death, the same way that you do. I don't have that same type of attachment to celebrities that you do. So it's just like, yeah, it's also what happened. Like, it's obviously, it's awful that, it seemed like, at least based on report, that he ended his own life. That sucks. Um, and R.I.P. to him, and like, and like, really, really all I can say, to be honest with you. Like, yeah, it sucks what happened.
You what did you mean by what did you were you saying that you don't really have like emotional attachment to these people? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much, because I don't know a lot of these people, so I don't have the same like reaction to it that other people do. I'll be like, oh man, that sucks or whatever. But I'm not gonna get emotional over it like you do. And like I said, everyone deals with stuff differently. So obviously I'm not trying to blame you, but I'm not trying to say nothing bad to you. It just, I don't deal with celebrity death that same way.
Yeah, okay. Even if you're really a huge fan of that particular individual.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me read a
Okay,
couple
that's that.
comments.
Go ahead.
Ed Gonzalez. JDF was awesome with the kids. And Ruben, shout out to you, Ruben. He says R.I.P. So, you have any lasting words or whatever?
Um, well, I do want to share. I guess give my one last opinion about him was that you know what also made me really happy though was that I don't know if you knew this, but he's actually a Christian.
Hmm.
He actually is a religious person. He believes in Christ and everything. So I know that he is a believer. He's with the Lord right now, and yeah, like he's up in heaven. And I just have to say this, guys. Look, I'm not here trying to preach, but listen, it is very, very, very crucial that you do not take life for granted. Like you just don't. And I'm not trying to say that what he did was very selfish, because if he did kill himself, and I agree that even celebrities, professional athletes, like they go through a lot of tragic moments, like any average person does. And I'm pretty sure he probably went through a lot of emotional, um, I guess emotional, like had to do a lot of problems emotionally. Um, but when you have to try to, at the very least, try to ask for help, like get help. I mean, you have family, you have friends, who loves you. So there is somebody in your inner circle that cares about you. There is someone in your inner circle that cares, and there's no doubt in my mind. Like if I knew, if I had a problem, and let's say I wanted to talk to you about it, or if I wanted to talk to Randy about it, or if I want to talk to Roy about it, or whoever else, Jeffrey about it. Like I'm pretty sure you guys would be there, and then I would be there for you guys. That's what friends are for. That's what families are for. And I'm not saying that he didn't do that. I'm not saying that he never went and seek help. I just wish he had found another way, another option. Because now you're just leaving behind all not like, forget the fans, like forget me, forget the fan base, like your family, your friends, your inner circle, like those are the ones who are going to be hurt the most, and the fans are going to be hurt by it too. But you are the one that will hurt everybody else who's closest to you. If what the reports is true, if what the reports is true, and I feel bad for the kids. I feel bad for, his, yeah, even his wife. I'm pretty sure she's not happy about this. There's absolutely not. She's not happy about this. So it's devastating, man. I guess the only last and final thing that I want to say was, like, there was a video that Austin did. Now Austin, aka Jason Lee Scott, he actually put a video on Twitter expressing his feelings, and he even said it from the very beginning of the video. Like he was saying that he's not the best of friends, um, with Jason, but he was definitely somebody who he worked with. He did get close to him eventually. And like this guy right here, like he pretty much said that yeah, it hurts him too. And they weren't really that close. Like those two were rivals. When I mean rivals, like they were like epic rivals. This is like Goku Vegeta type of territory. You know what I'm saying? Like you had these guys where, and it was funny. There was an episode on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. There was an actual episode where they had to compete against one another. Like I think Rita had put some type of spell on them, and then they couldn't cooperate. Like they couldn't work together or whatnot. And then so they had to, I don't know, like go through these different trials. I can't remember what episode it was, but these two guys, man, like they were just like neck and neck. Like they the competition, with the two of them was epic, and I kind of wished like they put more emphasis of these two, competing, whether it was for leadership or whatnot. Um, so yeah, that was a very fantastic episode. And okay, one last question: were you a fan of Power Rangers?
Yeah, I was.
How long did you continue watching the show? Like, did you stop? I know you stopped watching like real soon
Probably a little bit after the second movie.
after the second movie. So I'm
Remember,
assuming.
obviously you had the original five Power Rangers, and then they switched it around a little bit, for the second movie, and then I probably say generation third generations when I stopped watching.
Okay, so you pretty much got bored with it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, this dude and also he had all the ladies. Like obviously, previously you saw Kimberly, and now, um, aka Amy, and then you see her, Catherine, I believe her name was, this chick's. I always thought she was hot, but uh, But yeah, this dude right here, he's going to be missed. I don't want to keep talking about this forever because I'm gonna start getting emotional. But one last thing that I want to mention was that he did you know he was supposed to be in VR Troopers?
I think I heard that before. I think I heard that before. But then isn't that the reason why they brought him back to be the White Ranger?
Yes. Well, I think he came back to continue to be the Green Ranger, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing was he was just so popular, like they had to bring him back.
Yeah,
And
The Green Ranger was fire. Like he had the flute and everything like that. Oh yeah, yeah.
bro, that flute was so epic. Like it reminded me of of Link, with his flute. And they're both green, they're both heroes, they're both the good guys and whatnot. And they had the flute. That thing was just so epic. Everything about this guy, man, was so cool. And I love how see like here, he would go to these events, and he would embrace, and just he was just so nice to everybody. But yeah, but on VR Troopers, he was actually supposed to lead. He was supposed to be the leader on VR Troopers because pretty much his contract with Power Rangers was over because I think he was only supposed to be in 14 episodes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he was only supposed to be in 14 episodes, and since they decided to bring him back, and then he became the White Ranger. So I forgot the other guy name, but the other guy, he decided to take over VR Troopers. I think Hawkins. I think that's what his name was. So they decided to make the switch. Um, so that just goes to show how great this guy is. And once again, he did a lot of taekwondo. He did judo. He did Muay Thai. He was a black belt. A phenomenal guy. And for a guy who was so dedicated on mixed martial arts, um, he was actually going to sign with not UFC. What's the other company's name?
Sure.
I think it was Strike Force. I think it was Strike Force. I mean, it could be Bellator, but I know it was one of those professional MMA events
Well,
that he was going.
Strike Four was around that time, so you could be right there.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. So anyway, I'm pretty much done with this because the more I talk about it, I'm starting to get more hurt, and it's starting to bother me. I really love these photos here, man. Like I look at them and I just say, man, how awesome is it to experience meeting such a great guy who's a believer, who's humble, and yeah, he would definitely be missed. I'm going to be definitely praying for his friends and his family, and I just wish him and well, he's obviously gone, but I just wish everybody the best and a full, yeah, pretty much a full recovery. And he'll be missed. This guy right here, and he's good too. But this guy, one of the greatest, it is the greatest Power Ranger of all time. Of all time, like it doesn't even come close. He's number one. So I'm done. If you have anything last words, then go ahead. But I'm done.
No, no, I'm good. I'm gonna read some comments. From Eddie. Ed Gonzalez. He said that I would call him Ed. I'm gonna call him Eddie.
No, you can say the whole name. I mean,
No, I'm gonna call him Eddie. I'm gonna call him Eddie. Shout out to Eddie. Sometimes, unfortunately, light does not always come out on top, and darkness wins. Yeah, that's true. But to me, when it comes to suicide and stuff like that, that's always very tricky because a lot of time people don't know that these people that there's some things about your friends that you just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there are signs. Like, if someone gives you all their stuff, that means that it's a sign that they're dealing with something really really bad. So yeah. So like me personally, like I like it's tough because you definitely you're right there. Like you said, like any problem that you have, I'll be there for you and vice versa. And I feel that way about all my friends, right? But but the most important thing is realizing that you have a problem, and that's all walks of life. Like if you if you're dealing with addiction, the first step to fixing your addiction is admitting that you have one.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
You
Yeah.
have to, the first thing you have to do is admitting that you have an issue, and once you admit that, then everything else you can do everything else to fix it. And the same thing goes with suicide. Like I remember when the lead singer for Linkin Park he committed suicide.
Oh, I remember that. Yes, yes, I
And
remember that too.
that was my favorite. That was my favorite. That was my favorite band growing up. And it's like you think about it. You don't really think about it because you feel like, oh, he had several kids. He had a lovely wife. He was on tour. Like you seem like he had it all, and
Right.
he still ended it. And some people don't understand, and I get it. If you don't understand, because like you always imagine yourself. Well, I would never put myself in that situation. I would never just off myself if I had a lovely wife, wonderful kids, and a kick ass job. But for some people, it's just not enough for some people, right? Like there's always something going on that they just can't get over. And the only thing that you can really tell them is that you have don't give up. You have to admit that you have a problem. Admit
Yeah.
problem. So
Yeah. Admitting that you have the problem is pretty much the first step of recovery.
yeah,
Like that. That's definitely the first step of recovery. So I 100% agree with that. And I actually appreciate you saying that because yeah, that's absolutely true.
yeah,
Understand that there's something wrong, and then when you do that, you can have friends and family who loves you, who care. They'll be able to help you out. Absolutely, man.
yeah. So Ruben said that he was more into VR Troopers. I watched like 2 episodes and then I was done.
You for real?
Yeah, I watched 2 episodes. Like I'm like, yo, this is just a Power Ranger ripoff. I don't need that. I'm good.
I actually love VR Troopers. VR Troopers was awesome. I thought. I really loved it, and I did like the fact that it was different. And of course, you had other copies. You had Big Bad Beetleborgs, and yeah, you had other shows that was trying to copy, emulate the success of Power Rangers, but nobody could touch Power Rangers, man. No show could touch Power Rangers. So I like the VR Troopers, but I think they only lasted for like 3 seasons. They didn't really last that long.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. So Ruben was more into that, and he questioned Pride FC. Man, Pride FC. When did that end? I think Pride ended. Damn. Let me look this up real quick. Let me look
Hmm.
this because I don't think it was Pride that where he was offered the contract because I don't think they were around when I don't think he was still fighting around that time. Let me see.
Mm,
When did it end? Um, when did it end? 2007. So I think he did. I think he did. He started his MMA career in 2010, based on what you read on the article.
hmm.
So yeah, so it would not have been Pride. It would not have been Pride. And plus, I don't think he had the notoriety to in Japan to do that. Like I think if it had to have been either Affliction, Strike Force, or Bellator that offered him the contract. It had to have been one of those three.
But wait, you don't think because it was in Japan, like there was no way he could have gotten the? You saying
No,
he
'cause
didn't? He does.
I don't think he had the profile to. I mean, I'm not like Pride. Okay, Pride FC. Was like the Japanese version of UFC, right? But on a grander scale. Like you would
Okay.
argue, when it comes to mixed martial arts, that was the premier mixed martial arts promotion at the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And it was the place where Rampage became a star, Shogun became a star, Fedor, all that other stuff, all those other people, right? And they would do. Some people would say that some of those fights were fixed, right?
What?
Some of
Are
them.
you are you are, you- are you for real?
Yeah, some of them. Yeah.
Okay.
And but the thing is, I don't think he had the star profile to be part of to be like let's say if he fought in Pride, I don't think it would be a big deal in Japan. It'd probably be a big deal here, but not in Japan.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, so I mean, so yeah, I don't. I think it was one of those other American promotions. Conspiracy agent says hello. What's going on, conspiracy agent? How you doing?
What's up, conspiracy agent? Glad that you're here, brother.
Okay. All right. All right. Pronounce your name.
You say it.
No. Pronounce your name.
No, you say it because you're the one that usually in charge of reading the comments and stuff
But
like
you
that. So go
know her.
ahead.
You know her. Pronounce.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You can do it. You can do it.
All right. Medor, thank you for watching. How you doing? Um, Victorus 954. R.I.P. Green Ranger. Yeah. Now Harrison, hi, bro.
You talking about? Oh yeah. Like no. Come on, man. You show some respect. Show some
Harrison,
respect.
how you doing, bro? How you doing? Um, and then Mo to bring this up. All I know is that Andrew Tate is gonna beat the living crap out of Jake Paul. I mean, you guys can watch that. I'm good. All right. So you want to complain about Zach Wilson?
Um. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I think I'm pretty much done. With this, is that it for the comments?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me get out of here. You can still see this, can you?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna get out of here, and one last time, rest in peace. One of the greatest individuals of all time, who I looked up to. Um, it breaks my heart, but hey, this is fantastic that we could actually talk about this, and I appreciate you that you allowed me to express myself and talk about something like this. So
We
yeah.
got we do got a couple new comments. Eddie said that Eddie's good. Thank you. All right, good. So I'll call you Eddie. I'll call you Eddie.
Yeah,
Moto,
yeah. Eddie's a cool guy. Eddie is real cool. Even though he does like to talk a lot of smack when I'm at the at the comic book store. But I know it's all love, with him, and so he's definitely cool. We actually talked about Jason David Frank just yesterday. So yeah, so he's awesome. He always gives me good advice. Um, so yeah, appreciate you, Eduardo.
right. I stopped watching Power Rangers at age 5. I didn't like it at all, but the intro music was kick ass. Though. Yeah, the intro music was great.
Who's that?
That
Who said that?
Mota.
Man, Malta, you're crazy, bro. I mean, it's your opinion. People have different tastes. There were moments though where when I would go to school and kids were pretending to act like as if they were too grown or too cool for Power Rangers. I didn't give a rip. People laughed at me that I watched Power Rangers. I didn't care. I didn't care for the least bit. I watched Power Rangers. You want to laugh at me? So what? That stuff was just awesome. And the fact that they use at least some of them were actual real martial artists, and a lot of people said that their acting wasn't really all that great. But I think with the nonstop action and the martial arts that they able to display, compensate for the bad acting, and besides, and most of the time they're covered with the gear anyway, so it's not like as if it was really that noticeable, because and most of the time they're in their gear and their face is covered, so it doesn't matter. But I loved it. I stopped watching because I watched Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, then I watched Zeo, I watched Turbo, I watched a little bit of In Space that was after Turbo, and Galaxy. Once Galaxy hit, I was like, I'm not interested. My brother got me into SPD and Lightspeed Rescue, but after that, I was done. Like I was done, and I would watch just a little bit of Downward Thunder only because he was in it. Only because he was in it. So then I decided to watch Downward Thunder. But all the other stuff, Ninja Storm, Mystic Force, Wild Force, all that garbage. No, nah, I was. That's when I was like, all right, enough, no more.
He said he preferred pot Transformers, which was way cooler. Ed said that people still laugh at you. And then Multa said
What?
that, bro,
What do you say? What do you say?
Steve, like people still laugh at you. And Multa said that if people laughed at Steve in high school, imagine now. Never talk smack, just facts. All
Oh man.
anyway, can you please start complaining about Zach Wilson, please?
Yeah. Sure. Let me just get out of here. Let me see. How do I? Okay, you can stop sharing on your end.
No, just go to. Do you have wait? Do you have audio of him? You know, saying what pissed you off?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, absolutely, I do.
yeah, play the audio.
Oh, come on. Oh. Alrighty, let me play this audio, man. This dude really ticked me off. Really ticked me off. So let me just play the audio, and then I'm not. It's only 9 seconds, so just listen. Just hear him out.
Mhm. Now, FY, before you play the audio,
Okay.
let me say this: the Dolphins were on bye week, so they didn't play. Buffalo won, and unfortunately, New England won this game. And I mean, unfortunately, because neither team deserved to win. If we could have counted as losses for both teams, it would have been straight. This game was what 3-3 throughout. I remember I woke up a little late, so I woke up when it was late in the first half. Right, it was 3-3. Right, I said, okay, you know what? Let me go play a game or whatever. I decided to do that. I'm done with the game, and the game is almost over, and it's still 3-3. So New England and the Jets gave us what 3 hours, like 3-4 hours of dog shit football.
Not and look, the game was not good. The game on both ends, it was not good. At the very least, the both defense stepped up. There was a lot of good sacks, that came into play, which was cool. That was fine. But come on, man, you have to put in some scoring. You guys got to score, and I completely understand that it was very windy. It would alter the route where the ball was supposed to go to. So I understand that the wind played a huge effect, um, or compromised the game somewhat. But you have to adjust, and neither team adjust. And when I saw that kickoff and when they made that touchdown, I don't. I think the last time I was so upset is when Fitzpatrick threw those three interceptions. And if we had won that game, we would have went to the playoffs. But because I think that was the last time I was like so irate, so upset, with the Jets. Like, how in the world could you let that happen?
You know what I did?
You celebrated.
No, I started laughing. No, I started laughing.
Oh, you saw it.
I watched the ending. I watched the ending of the game, and I saw what happened. I was like, I just started laughing because like this is how the game's gonna end. This is how the game's gonna end. And I also need to remind people this as well that Mac Jones before the season was ranked 85th when it comes to best players in the league, and Tua was not ranked.
Are you sure he wasn't ranked at all?
Wasn't ranked at all. Everyone going around saying, "Oh, Mac Jones is better than Tua." You guys look like morons now. You guys look like morons now. And the funny thing is, and before you go and play the thing, Tua, like, yeah, we can argue about him, struggling a little bit in his rookie year or whatever. He has never looked as bad as both of these quarterbacks looked in this game. Never looked as bad as both of these quarterbacks. Crazy. But anyway,
Uh,
go play.
All right, so this is what really ticked me off. Well, I cannot believe I cannot believe he said this. And we're going to talk about the other games as well, but I really have to
No,
get this
no,
off
no,
my
no,
chest
no, no.
first.
We don't have time to talk about what other games are we going to talk about?
Oh, I wanted to talk about what happened the last game with Kansas City. Well, if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine.
No, we ain't got time for that, man. Let's talk about your team. Talk about your team shitting the bed. Yeah. Are you playing the audio?
Yeah, did you
I
hear it?
no, I can't hear it. I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear it?
Mm-mm.
Okay, once again, this is giving problems. Let me see. Audio. Okay, the headphones are they're built in. You didn't hear anything at all, right?
No, I heard like a little bit, but nothing substantial.
Okay, let me make sure that everything is fine on my end. There. Did you hear that?
Play it again. No.
Nothing.
Mm-mm.
All right, so let's just forget it. I don't really want to try to spend the time to figure out what's wrong with the audio. I really don't. So pretty much the reporter asked him. Because man, I cannot believe you can't hear anything.
No, I can't hear it.
Um, so the reporter pretty much asked him, "Did you let the defense down?" And he actually had this this dweeb actually had the nerve to say, "Oh no, just no, no." He didn't let the defense down. Of course, you let the defense down. Absolutely, you did. They did their job. You didn't. You did absolutely nothing in that game. Nothing. I think in the second half we only had 2 yards.
That's why I could not believe that was real. There's no way that can be real. Two
Yeah,
yards?
yeah.
I can get 2 yards. Like what? Like that's crazy, man.
Like how is it how is that even possible? And for you to say that, oh no, you didn't let the defense down. Clearly, you are afraid. You are allergic to accountability. That's what you are. You are afraid. That's what you are. Afraid.
Play it.
And
Try to play it.
no, I'm trying to play it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear it?
No.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think it's. Were you able to see it?
Yeah, I saw it. I see it, but I can't hear it.
Yeah, I think because when I went on my, let me see, audio. The mic is on my ear speakers, headphones. Yeah, yeah, that headphones built in. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on with the audio.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But all right, so he pretty much said that he pretty much said that he doesn't blame himself for the loss, right?
Yeah,
Um, here's my opinion on it, right? I think this is him. This is what happened when you have a young guy who's not mature, who's not mature enough. You know what I mean? He's not mature, right? Like it when it comes to like the NFL, right? It's a negative reinforcement sport,
mm-hmm.
right? And the thing is that you're always looking being perfect. They ask you to be perfect, but you know that you try to do your best, even though you know for a fact that you will never reach that goal of being perfect. But you always try your hardest anyway.
Yeah,
You're always going to tell you, "Oh, you need to do better here. You need to do better here. This and that." That's how football is when it comes to reinforcing your your confidence or whatever. And he clearly hasn't learned that. Clearly hasn't learned that. You can't play the game. You can't play the game that he played and not blame yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he may not like the way the question was framed, where it's like it's all my fault. But yeah, in this game, yeah, like it was all your fault. You scored 3 points, and if you're what you're saying is true, what I'm reading is true. If you had 2 yards, yeah, it's on you.
Yeah, sacked 4 times, and you were 9 for 22. Yeah, that's just garbage. Complete garbage. Unacceptable for starting quarterback. No way you should have those type of numbers, especially when you know what was at stake. We could have been in first place if we had that win. First place, and now we're out of the playoffs because of this one loss. This was important. It was imperative, for them to win this match. But I mean, we still have we still have a shot. The season's not over. A lot of the announcers were saying that there's a chance that our whole entire division could actually make the playoffs. Which I think is actually. I mean, I'm not saying they're being hyperbolic about it because I think we are the best division in the entire AFC.
Hmm.
I think we are.
I mean, we're the best division in the sport, honestly.
Mm, you think so?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's that's
I don't argue, I don't want to argue over it. It's true. But here's the thing with the Jets, right? And the reason why
I I think the NFC East is
no,
is
they're not.
is
No,
like
they have Washington in that division. Washington, they're fine, but it's Washington. Here's the thing.
yeah, but they're 6-5. Philadelphia is 9-1, I think,
Okay, okay, and
and Dallas is 7-3.
okay,
New York is 7-3.
okay.
Okay. Like I mean, overall, their records are better than us.
We have the better division. Okay. Now here's the thing. When it comes to the Jets, the reason why I'm not a believer in your team is because of the quarterback. He's not good enough right now. He's not good enough, right? And it's unfortunate because you don't want to do to him what you guys did this the Sam Darnold, right? Where you just gave up on him.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that. But like I said before, it's something where he's gonna have to improve. And obviously they need to be relying on the running game. I don't understand how they couldn't run the ball. What the hell happened?
No, yeah, no, they could no, nobody could run the ball. But that part I'm not really too upset with that part because like I said, once we lost Hall, like that was it. Like I knew our running game was going to get compromised. Like I already saw this coming already once he was out for the season. I just wished that he took the risk of throwing the ball downfield at least a little bit. It seemed like throughout the whole game he didn't even attempt trying to throw at least one or two deep balls. He didn't try. I mean, the guy was completely petrified. He didn't know what to do. Constantly getting sacked. They want to throw the ball away. Like the guy was just costing us over and over and over. 4 times he got sacked yesterday. Four. Yeah. I hold him responsible. The defense did their job.
Yeah,
You as the quarterback, you didn't do your job.
everyone did their job except for him. And when you are the quarterback, you are the leader of that team, and you have to take. And I mean, he don't have to do anything, but like it is natural for the leader of the team, the standard bearer for the organization, to have accountability for what happened.
Yes.
And he didn't seem to do that. And that's not. I don't know what his teammates think, but from the outside, that's not a good look. Definitely not a good look. So we'll see what happens. But thankfully, this is the last time that New England and the Jets are going to be playing each other because holy crap, that game bore fest. Talking
Yeah.
about these, bro, these.
Yeah, that was very, and I guess Miami is really it's really good that Miami got the bye week. They got the bye week, and yet they're still in first place. Like that kind of ticked me off a little bit, but I'm just glad that we were able to beat Buffalo. But now that we got swept by New England, bro. it's going to be really difficult now to get on top. It's really going to get difficult to get on top because it looks like New England is going to be hard, to pass. So I don't know.
Oh well, there's nothing I can. I wish you no luck in the future. It is what it is.
Yeah, I get lost. Yeah, look, like right, the best team right now is the Chiefs. We already know that. I
Yeah,
think every I think I think
I
every
didn't watch the game, but I heard that Mahomes was spectacular as usual.
yeah, that dude, he's just annihilating the competition right now. Nobody could touch that dude. Like the way and I know we want to move on, but the way that dude can just constantly keep the play alive and just able to find the way he's able to maneuver. That dude is so agile. The way how he could just constantly find somebody open, he never gives up the play. Like that is dedication right there, man. That dude is phenomenal. I think eventually, like Roy told me a little while ago, he thinks he's going to be the GOAT eventually when he retires. He thinks that dude's going to be the GOAT. And let me tell you something. Tom Brady was not playing like this. Tom Brady was not playing like this. Peyton Manning wasn't playing like this. Well, my goodness, like Patrick Mahomes, that dude is special. But
There he is. Yes.
yeah, I think he's gonna win MVP. He's either going to be him or Hurts.
Um. I think he has a good chance of winning if they continue to keep playing well and stuff like that. So I think it's his MVP trophy to lose.
Yeah,
So all right, so
you got a couple comments I see.
let me see. I'll read this one from Ruben. I didn't know Philly was on fire. Yeah, yeah, they're technically the best team in the league based on record. So
And that's why I think that division is probably the best one.
I don't know. I don't believe in Washington. I think New England, even though New England has a bad QB also, I I think obviously Belichick, he's always gonna get the benefit of the doubt. So
Yeah.
yeah. And anyways, and we can talk about Call of Duty real quick.
Oh yeah.
Let me get the gameplay going here. Present this bad boy. All right. Well, while you're at it, you can talk about let me do it like this. Uh, yeah, like this. All right. So
Oh,
yeah,
oops, my bad. Did you hear that? My bad.
yeah, I heard a little bit of it. All right. So yeah, so we'll talk about Call of Duty.
Alrighty, so Call of Duty. Wow, I mean, let me tell you something, man. All right, yeah. So while Huey's, watching, put on full screen. So while Huey's playing, this is your gameplay footage.
Hmm.
Okay, okay. How did you do?
I wouldn't be sharing it if I didn't do well.
Okay. So after already securing the biggest opening weekend in franchise history, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 has crossed another milestone, becoming the fastest Call of Duty game to cross the 1 billion sold mark. Billion, that's B, billion. Whew! My goodness, man. My goodness. And that, like, and I don't want to go off topic, but let me just say this real quick, Uvi. Just real quick. This is the reason why that Sony is freaking out. Because this is pretty much their secondary bread and butter. So, but anyway, let's continue on. A press release on Business Wire says Modern Warfare 2 crossed 1 billion in worldwide sales throughout its first 10 days, dating back to launch on October 28th, 2022. The previous franchise best held by 2012's Call of Duty Black Ops 2, which took 15 days to hit the $1 billion mark. My goodness. So this isn't the first time? Wow. All right. So Modern Warfare 2 rocket powered opening was apparent after its first weekend, where it brought in 800 million worldwide, passing 2011's Modern Warfare 3 for the biggest first weekend in Call of Duty history. The game also saw the biggest PlayStation Store launch ever for a Call of Duty game, prompting Xbox Phil Spencer to say Microsoft acquisition of Activision Blizzard will not keep the Call of Duty franchise from appearing on PlayStation platforms. So it goes on. In IGN's review, Modern Warfare 2 campaign, we said this is sadly a lackluster follow up to Modern Warfare 2019 refined take on a Call of Duty campaign and an experience that's already fading in my memory. We're much happier with the game's multiplayer component, saying Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is the most fun I've had in Call of Duty multiplayer in a good long while. Um, Logan Plant is a freelance writer for IGN covering video games, blah, 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 blah. Okay, pretty much Call of Duty is making big money. When I say big money, I mean big. And look, I've always thought that in the very beginning that Call of Duty was going to fade away because I felt that Activision was constantly milking the franchise. But what do I know? Clearly, I am wrong. And just because they killed off, many other franchises like Guitar Hero, and other franchises. This one, just constantly getting more fans. Hardcore gamers play it. Casuals, play it. Call of Duty is one of those games where I actually know people personally. All they do is play Call of Duty, and that's it. They don't play nothing else except for Call of Duty. I don't know if you remember when I told you a while back, Ralph, when I called him a casual gamer because the only games that he played was Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, and Madden. That was the only three games that he would play. Those are the only three games that he would buy. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people are in that same boat where all they care about is just playing Call of Duty. Just like how you have how you have guys that only care about playing sports games. You have people who they only care about playing RPGs or fighting games. And Call of Duty is in that category. It reached such a huge impact that this is really the most game that people anticipate playing, with the exception of a couple of games like Grand Theft Auto and other games like what's that game with all the blocks in it?
Minecraft.
Minecraft, yeah. So I mean, there is a couple of of exceptions. I know Halo used to be that way, but Call of Duty is just taking over, man. They're taking over. I know there's other games out there like Fortnite, but Call of Duty is like right up there with the other guys. They're right there. What do you have to say?
The numbers don't surprise me. Like I said, I have the game. I've been playing the multiplayer. That's all I play the multiplayer. I like the multiplayer a lot. I do like it. I like the weapons. The maps are good. I like the maps. I don't have an issue. I know some people have issues with the skill based matchmaking. I don't care about that.
Why don't you care about that?
No, 'cause I don't like. I know what it is, but it's like I just want to go out. I just want to play. And
Mm-hmm.
my basic rule of thumb is that the more you play something, the better you'll get.
Okay.
That's how I became at least decent in Call of Duty. I kept playing it, and then I got better at it.
Yeah.
So like, if you're worried about skill based matchmaking, all the other stuff, like, I mean, I think personally, I think you need to man up. You know what I mean? Then just play the game. Like if you like people get so pissed off when they lose, and it's like, no, there's nothing to get pissed off about. It's just, at the end of the day, it's just a video game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so right here, I think I have I forgot how many kills in a row did I get here? I think I got like 10 or something in a row.
10.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, I'll just lasting days, man. Crazy.
I mean, it looks like so you enjoyed the game a lot. Is
Yeah.
this a remake?
Um, I would call it a reboot.
Oh, reboot. So it's not a remake. Okay,
Not remake. It's a reboot.
it's okay. It's a reboot. All right. I mean, people say that this is the best Call of Duty out of the whole entire franchise. You agree?
As far as what, like right now,
Yeah.
um, no, I prefer the OG Modern Warfare. Not me personally, but I like this game. I do. Right now, I like it more than Modern Warfare. The one that I played years ago, the one that came out in 2019. I like this one more.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it is nice to see a triple A title that is able to to reach the $1 billion mark because I mean there's so many other games that are worth the net worth is $1 billion, but most of those games are mobile games. You know what I'm saying? Like Candy
And
Crush.
Call of Duty is on mobile, and it does very well on mobile.
Yeah, and so you have like Candy Crush and Clash of Clans. Like there are games out there that are they worth billions. I mean, like billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars. So, and it's funny that you mentioned that. Yeah, funny that you mentioned that because I think there's another game. I think there's a Dragon Ball Z game that's also worth billions in the mobile also. So look, I understand a lot of these gaming companies. They want to expand and try to also get that type of revenue when it comes to the gaming industry and mobile gaming. Like I understand that completely, and I think what Activision did was smart. Like they wanted to experiment, and now they're making the killing out of out of Call of Duty, and the fact that they are still able to continue to sell more Call of Duty games on their consoles on console. I think that's very much more impressive because I thought this was going to compromise sales by having a Call of Duty game on mobile, but apparently it just gave them another boost. So hey, shout out to them, man. They are making the killing right now. Shout out to them.
Right now, the gameplay is almost over. I'm just admiring my work.
Let me watch. You you're talking about let me admire my work.
Yeah,
Uh,
I told you, man.
that's funny.
This game right here, I ended up winning this game, and I mean, I was on a long killing spree.
What is this? Some free for all
Yeah,
or is this some team deathmatch?
no, it's free for all.
Okay, free for all. Okay, so this game you
That's what I
oh
died. That's what I'm dying. I think
okay so
that was it right there.
okay
Go
but
ahead.
you won this round right here.
Yeah, I won the match, and I'll
Okay,
upload. I'll upload that eventually.
okay. All right, well, congratulations. I guess. I mean, yeah, I'm actually want to see if you would actually compete in real competition. That's what I want to see. But we all know you're not going to do that.
No, why would I? Why would I? Like, I'm not even that good. So, so yeah.
That's what happens when you don't practice.
Why would I compete? Why would I compete in Call of Duty? Why would I?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you the same thing what I told Steve, right? When I was watching his streaming on Fortnite. If you truly have a passion for a particular game,
I don't have a
and
passion for Call of Duty.
if you
I don't have a passion for Call of Duty.
it looks like you have a passion for the game to me.
No, I like when I win, but I don't have a passion for the game.
Mm, I don't know if I buy that. But even still, I think whether if it's Call of Duty or Street Fighter or Tekken or whatever game that's out there that you are really good at, I think you should take it to the next level and get some money off of it. That's all.
Uh, no, I'm good. No, I play for fun. Okay.
No,
Um.
no, don't give me that crap. You know you play to compete also.
Yeah, but
You played to compete. How many times when we all came over, when you would lose, I want a rematch, I want a rematch, I want a rematch. When it's somebody else's turn, and you all, I want a rematch, I want a rematch because I want to win, I want to win, I want to win. You know how many times you've done that? Many times.
that has to do with Call of Duty. Why?
No, I'm just saying you like to compete. No, don't talk. Don't give me this mumbo jumbo that you're only playing for fun. You like to compete.
I don't want to turn casual gaming into a job.
Competing is not a job,
If you're gonna be playing Call of Duty competitively, that's a job.
I guess.
All right, regardless of that. I don't want to spend too much time on this because we were going to talk about Kawhi Leonard and him being out indefinitely, but he actually played a couple days ago. He played. Now, here's what I think is wrong with his knee, and it's something that someone brought up. I think someone in I think someone on ESPN brought it up, and it actually does make sense. I don't know if this is the real reason or not. But the reason why I think he's had so much problem with his knees over the years
Hmm.
is because he's too muscular.
What?
I don't think his frame can handle all that muscle mass that he has. I don't think his knees can handle it.
Are you kidding me, man?
I seen it happen with Dwayne Wade.
Give me a break. I don't buy that for a minute.
I seen it happen. Well, so why do you think his knees are such an issue for him?
I think I think his problem. I think overall he's able to play. I think he's just too afraid. He's one of those type of guys that will not go out there and play unless he is 110%. That's him. That's him. He's like Dwight Howard, and that is the reason why Kobe Bryant called him out for it when Dwight Howard was complaining about his shoulder and his hand and all this other stuff, and Kobe Bryant called him out and say that you have to toughen up and you have to play through injury, and the same thing happens with Kawhi. I think he's the type of guy that he will not want to partake in playing anything unless he's 110%. He's soft. That's what I think it is.
Okay, I mean, a couple of things I want to address with you.
Hmm?
The first thing, a couple of things I want to address with you.
Okay.
First, Dwight Howard played with a really bad back injury in Orlando. A really bad back injury.
No, I'm talking about when he was in LA.
I'm talking about what happened I'm talking about what happened in Orlando. So
Okay, but he wasn't playing with Kobe though.
okay, what I don't care. What for you to say that yeah, there's lots of reasons why Kobe didn't like Dwight Howard. Like there's lots of reasons. But like guys play through injury. Kawhi Leonard played through a knee injury in the playoffs. He played through a knee injury in the playoffs. The year that they won in Toronto, he played through a knee injury. Here's what I think. Like I said, I think the muscle mass thing does call into question. But the another thing that I'm interested in is how his teammates feel about him because you notice that he don't get the same type of criticism that other players get. You remember during the playoffs last year when he's sitting up in the skybox when he was hurt.
Yeah,
You you don't know that if you're injured, you can sit on the bench. He
yeah,
chose to,
yeah.
yeah, he chose to sit in the skybox. Imagine what you would say. Did I press something? Oh my god! Imagine what you would say if LeBron James did that when he's hurt, especially during a playoff game, and instead of sitting on the bench with his teammates, he's sitting in the skybox.
Well, you mentioned me. If you are legitimately hurt, if you decide to sit in the skybox, or let's say you decide to just to stay home, I don't mind that either. Or if you just stand, if
I would rather him stay home than be on the skybox.
well, what would why would you rather have him stay home?
He's not there. He's probably rehabbing or resting or something.
Yeah, but
At least give me the illusion that you're hurt. If you're just sitting there on the skybox, it's like it comes off to me as if you feel like you're better than everybody else.
So what happened if you just stayed in the locker room?
I mean, at least he's there,
Yeah, so in the skybox, at least he's there.
but you're not there. You're just sitting in the skybox.
Yeah,
That's where all the rich people sit at.
yeah.
I don't know, man. To me, that's a bad look. To me, that's a bad look. But it's not just that. Like, there's other stuff too about Kawhi that we don't people don't put the same type of energy towards him and the stuff that he goes through that every other NBA player goes through.
Uh, Perhaps maybe they're already used to seeing him being somebody who just doesn't want to play unless he's 100% healthy. I think. I mean, remember this happened ever since he was in ever since he was in San Antonio.
The beginning of it started in San Antonio,
Yeah.
but before that,
So
but before that, before they won the championship and he became Finals MVP. You didn't hear nothing from him. He just went to the grindstone and worked. And it seemed like all that's changed. After that, at least it seemed like that to me. But
yeah,
the reason why he doesn't get the same type of criticism because he's quiet about it.
you think that's the reason?
Yeah, because he's quiet about it.
I mean, that didn't help in San Antonio. Everybody was talking about it. He was quiet then.
Yeah, but the problem is it had gone to a point where players started criticizing him. That's what happened. Did you ever hear Kawhi Leonard talk about the situation in San Antonio? I've never heard him. I've never heard him talk about it.
No.
Like like there was always all these stuff about his uncle running things through the organization and stuff like that, and it was crazy. It was crazy.
Mm.
It's a lot.
Well,
It's a lot of stuff that we criticize NBA players for doing, but when it comes to Kawhi Leonard, because he's quiet about everything, he don't get the same type of pushback.
well, didn't they blame him and pretty much everybody, especially Doc Rivers when they lost against who was that team that they beat that destroyed them? Was it Denver or was it the Jazz?
Denver.
Yeah, I mean he got criticized for that too.
Who got criticized more, him or Paul George?
I would argue that it was pretty much even.
No, it wasn't even. It definitely wasn't even. It was not even.
Hmm.
Because remember, who had to shut off the side of the board?
Oh yeah, that. Oh, you remember that one too? Oh my gosh, that was
And also,
that.
and also you take into account Kawhi Leonard's already won twice. Paul George the one that didn't win, so naturally he and to a lesser extent Doc Rivers got the blame.
Yeah, but Doc Rivers won already too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. I don't know, man. I'm interested to see how this goes because the one thing that you notice is that if players are constantly being asked questions about you, it has to get tiring at some point. It has to. The same thing happened in San Antonio. They kept asking Manu and Tony and Tim all these questions. Actually, I think Tim was retired at that time. Yeah, I think Tim just retired at that time. But all the teammates kept getting asked questions about this man. And after a while, it gets tiring. And I have to assume at some point it gets tiring for someone like Paul George.
Yeah,
It has
I
to.
agree.
It has to. So I mean, right now he's playing right now. So like you said, like we'll see how this goes, man. But I do think part of why he's struggling with his injury, I think he's too muscular for his body.
I can't buy that, man. I can't buy being too muscular is what's causing you to be all injured, being injured prone. I can't. That sounds silly to me.
And I see it happen. I saw it happen with Dwayne Wade. And look, not everyone's the same. Not everyone's different. But you look at the guy who you said need to grow muscle, and Kevin Durant, he's playing, and he's averaging 30 plus a game.
Yeah, that's he's averaging 30,
Oh shit,
but
we forgot Kevin Durant.
what about him?
About the comments he made to about his teammates.
Oh snap!
You,
I crap! I forgot about that one.
you want to do that real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I mean, I don't have it right here because, like I said, I forgot.
I
Um,
I don't have it either.
okay, okay. All right, let me see if I can find the quotes. All right, so we after that we only have like two topics left anyway, so we're good.
That's
All right, let
that's
me
that's
let
well,
me
while
forward.
you're looking for that, I have one last thing I want to say about this
And
Kawhi situation. I have one last thing to say
mhm.
about this Kawhi thing and pretty much everybody else overall. Here's here's what I think that needs to happen from now on. And I know it's not going to happen, but I think if all the fans unite, if there's unity, and they all come together and say that we cannot take this anymore, I think there is eventually going to be a change. And what I mean is, I here's what I want. Every time when a player, an elite player, an all star, I'm not talking about just a star. I'm talking about an all star. I'm talking about elite basketball players. Every single time when they are sitting out and they are healthy enough to play, and if they don't play, we as fans, ticket holders, should have discounts. We should have
Discount for
discounts.
what?
Hmm?
Discount for what?
If for example, let's say you wanted to watch Golden State play,
Hmm?
and Steph Curry and Klay Thompson decided, oh, we're gonna sit out, for today. I think we should get discounts on the tickets.
Um. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think we should get discounts on the ticket. Don't sit here and tell me that watching that watching Draymond Green and Looney is worth is worth $100. It's not. And if I have to sit here and pay full price on to watch mediocrity, I think that's BS. I think that's BS, especially if the guy is oh, he's just resting, for today. Oh, he's just resting. Oh, he's afraid that he's going to get hurt. Oh, he's not. Oh, he has to be 100% like Kawhi. Like how Kawhi always acting. I have to be 100%, and no, I have to be no. I have to be 110% in order for me to play. Well, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. And every single time when you want to sit out, I think we need to get discounts on the tickets. That's and in order for it to be compensated, the whoever decides to sit out, they are the ones that should lose some money. They are the ones that need to lose money. If you don't get to if you don't want to play, you don't get paid. But that's what happens when you have get 100% guaranteed contracts. When you have guaranteed contracts, you can manipulate the rule anytime you want. You could just sit out and then you still get paid anyway. And so who get left behind? The fans. We are the ones that get screwed over because now they get to sit out and yet we still have to pay full price. That's BS. Did you find the article for Kevin Durant?
No, not yet. I think we've had this argument before. Um, what you said was not smart. Like we've had this argument before. Like first of all, I've always said that I think teams are more cautious of how of players playing than you think they do. I think you believe that the players are the reason why they don't play. I think it's the team. I think a lot of times it's the team because, like you said, they're trying to save their team. They're trying to save their guy for the postseason. That's what I think they do a lot of times. And also, you're not how are you going to prove that this player is not hurt? All the team got to do is just put a injury report and be like, oh, this player can't do this and this for whatever reason, and
But
that's pretty much it.
don't you need proof that you were hurt?
Yeah, but if you have an MRI saying that you're hurt, then what can you do? Because most guys play hurt anyway.
I mean, look, if you still think that watching bench players doesn't warrant a discount, then I mean that's fine. But that doesn't change the fact that you still get ripped off.
You definitely could get you have every right to feel like you're getting ripped off, but the facts are is that this way it is. I found it. Excuse me. Let me go back and share. He also talked about the whole stuff that went on with Steve Nash, and I watched a video a couple days ago regarding Kevin Durant, right? And the guy asked, "Is he ruining his legacy?" Now, on the
Is
on
who
the surface level,
is who ruining whose legacy? Is Kevin Durant
ruining
ruining
his legacy.
ruining his own legacy? Okay.
Yeah. All right, so this is the quote. This is the comment that he made. Right, looking at our starting five, our starting lineup: Edmund Sumner, Royce O'Neal, Joe Harris, Claxton, and me. It's not disrespect, but what are you expecting from that group? During asked to be the Bleacher Report. You expect us to win because I'm out there. So if you're watching from a lens, you're expecting us to play well because number seven's out there. You know what I mean? That's been what his comment was, right? And look, it definitely is. It definitely is shade. He can say what he wants. It's definitely shade, but he's not wrong. He's not wrong though.
Hmm.
You know, you can say that he should not have said it. You know, he probably should not have said it, and he did try to
If
walk it back a couple of days later.
if he shouldn't have never said it, then I mean he is wrong.
No, he's not wrong with what he's saying. Like you're not look. No matter how great a player is, you can't have these guys next to you and expect to win. Like this guy, I never even heard of this guy. Sumner, never heard of this guy. Royce O'Neal, he's fine. Joe Harris is fine. Claxton is fine. That's not good enough. That's not good enough to win you anything. So he's not
You,
wrong. He's
you,
not wrong there.
you still have Ben Simmons with you, right?
I just wanted to. Well, I think Ben was hurt. That remember, I think this comment came after they lost to Sacramento like 151 to 121 or something like that. They lost like 150. They gave up 151 points.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Ben was hurt that game. But I mean, based on what I can tell, the last two games, Ben been playing better. So at least that's a positive sign. And Kyrie's supposed to be back anytime soon. So they'll have their star guys back. Um, I did think for me, I just like I watched the video, right, and bringing up all this stuff like, and I know how you love to talk about his burner account, right?
Yeah.
You always love to talk about the burner account, and the one thing that I didn't realize that this guy made me think is that he was trashing his teammates on the burner account as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you have to think about it. Like every he has a burner account, then obviously he's not going to trash himself. He's not going to bash himself. So what did he do? He trashed his teammates and he trashed the coach, which at the time was Billy Donovan. Like and that's the common thing with him. And instead of
Well,
using a account, he just kind of just talked to Chris Haynes from Bleacher Report,
well,
essentially.
well. Since you have no confidence, in your team, don't. what do you expect everybody to do? You're not going to win if you have no confidence in your team, and if you believe that you have no chance of winning. That's obviously going to compromise the chemistry. That's going to compromise, the plays, and people are just not going to think that you are a good leader, despite the fact that you're the best player on that team. Now, people say that Kyrie is the best skillful guy, but
Well,
he
he's not great.
huh?
He's the best player, but he's not a great leader. But here's the thing, I get what you're saying. Like Kyrie's most skillful, but Kevin Durant's the best player on the team.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
would say he's not a great leader. He's just not. He's not a great leader. Everything that you've seen from him in the past year and a half shows you that he's not a good leader.
And
He's just not.
and and for you to say what you said, I mean, you're disrespecting the whole entire organization. Like, because look, let's not act, because I disagree with you. Let's not act like as if, oh, his roster has a whole bunch of no names. Like, yeah, you mentioned a couple guys that we probably never heard of before. Most likely it's because they never played. But you still have Patty Mills, you still have Morris, you still have Seth Curry. Like, come on, man. Let's pump the brakes and not act like as if, oh, he has a bunch of no names in his squad. That's not true. That's not true. And mind you, the only reason why that team has been struggling and why that team has been bad is because of him, Kyrie, and Ben Simmons. Not them. Not the no names. Not the bench players. Not they have nothing to do with this.
He
It's
had
because
nothing. Yeah, he had nothing to
it's
cover.
because of Kevin Durant and his lack of leadership. It's because of Kyrie Irving and with being inconsistent, and because of
Oh, okay, okay. But
Ben Simmons not wanting to play. Go ahead.
no, okay. Leadership thing, I like to me. I don't think he's a great leader, but I don't think that has anything to do with them losing.
What?
I don't think it has anything to do with them losing. Yeah, you can be the greatest leader in the world. If you're dropping 30 points, you're helping them win. You're doing your part. Now, when it comes to Kyrie, the consistency part is that's on him. And Ben Simmons, like he's still trying to figure stuff out. So we'll see. We'll see. But to
Okay,
me,
so don't name all the other guys when you.
the team in general is not that good. Like
But
past those three guys, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. Yeah, it's nice to have Patty Mills on the team, but like Patty Mills is he's a role player. He's a role player. For them to get better, they need their three stars to be there. First off, to be there and and to play well. That's pretty much it. I mean, when he talked about that starting lineup that he had, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. You
listen,
have, you have a bunch of no names in him.
listen. When you have three elite stars, three, not one, not two, but when you have three, well, at least there's supposed to be three,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Right, but there's supposed to be three.
But
But when you have elite names in your squad, and you want to talk about Claxton, you want to talk about O'Neal. I mentioned Seth Curry, and I mentioned Morris, and I forgot who the other guy. Who's the other guy? What was his name? I forgot the other guy's name. But that is more than enough.
I think the other guy forgot his name too.
Yeah, that's more than enough. More than enough.
Not when you have not when Kyrie's not there and Ben Simmons not there. When those guys aren't there, that's all he has. My
Oh,
question is
Harris was the other guy. I forgot. Yeah, Harris.
my thing is that is it wise to really say that in the media?
No,
I
of
mean,
course it's not wise. You're disrespecting your whole team. Of
I
course it's not wise.
he was better off making a new burner and saying that.
He
He was
was better
better off
off. He was better off making the burner.
making a burner account and saying that instead of just putting it out there on just putting it out there on the, in the media. All you should have done was just create a new Twitter account. Don't get it mixed up with your current account, with your regular account, and and set it there.
Listen,
Because is there really any difference between what he said to Chris Haynes and what he said when he was using his running account? It's not different.
it may not have been different, but he was only telling the partial truth. What he should have said was that he needs to work on his leadership, and that Kyrie needs to participate more, and Ben Simmons needs to stop being a fraidy cat. He should have held himself accountable in those two guys, not Claxton, not O'Neal, not Seth Curry, not Patty Mills, none of those other guys, not Harris. It's the top three guys.
But is
They
that
is they are the one that's responsible, because everybody else, they are what they are. There's the elite superstars are those three. They are the reasons why that team has been losing, not them.
but did Kevin Durant come off as a person who's going to hold himself accountable?
No, but that's the problem.
It is a problem, but it is what it is at this point.
Okay, so don't put those other guys' name into the equation.
I I,
It's
I,
you.
I agree with that,
It's you.
but the problem is that when it comes to that lineup, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. I get what you're saying. I understand get what you're saying, but with that lineup, he's not wrong. It's just that I don't think it's wise to put that out there in the media. But there's lots of things that this organization has done that's not wise, but they still do it. They still do it anyway because they're a poorly run organization. It is what it is.
Yeah, that organization has always been poor.
Yeah,
We Everybody should have known how garbage that organization is. It's when they ever since they made that stupid trip with Boston, and that was how long ago that was, and
yeah.
and they still can't get their organization right. So they're just a disorganized organization that they don't know what they're doing. And for Kevin Durant, to constantly talk out of his mouth, not being doesn't want to take accountability with his lack of leadership, and yet instead of and it's funny. Remember, he called everybody else out with the exception of Kyrie Irving and Ben Simmons. That's a problem.
Yeah, that's true. But I think he's just talking about the guys who were there at the time. All right, so
That makes that makes my point even more.
yeah,
Guys who were there. So that means the other guys who were supposed to be your best players were not even there. That makes it worse.
all right. So is I think it started yesterday, but the United States had their first game earlier today, right? It was at 2 o'clock, right? So I watched the whole game, and I'll give you a synopsis of the game, right? The first half we were cooking them, we were kicking their ass, right? And we scored a goal, 31st minute, we're up 1-0, right? Second half, we all knew that they were going to try their hardest to score a goal or whatever. It was much more competitive in the second half, and then we commit a penalty in the box, and that's a penalty kick. And unfortunately they scored, and the game ended in a tie. So right now, so in our groups, so you have 4 teams to a group. The top 2 teams in each group goes to the knockout stage, right? So in our group, we also have Iran and England. England, we're gonna play next. England is one of the top teams in Europe.
Hmm.
So yeah, so and they beat Iran 6-2 their first game. So it's gonna be a tough match. I still think United States can win. I still think they can beat England, but it's
Okay.
gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. So you have that. You have that. We'll monitor that as it goes along. Now, what's also been good. Now, here's the thing when it comes to this World Cup with Qatar, right? And Qatar is a country in the Middle East, I believe. And they believe all they're very religious country over there, right? They very old school, very something that actually Steve would actually be in favor of. You know, what I mean, with limited rights for women, no
What?
races.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm not.
Stop. Yeah. You are kidding. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. That's what I thought.
No, I was sort of kidding. But
Stupid thing.
that the thing is that okay, so obviously. they have a thing where there was a thing going on when it came to like no beer or whatever. That's not that big of a deal.
There's
Now,
nothing wrong with that. Nothing
yeah,
wrong with that.
in a soccer stadium like that, like it's just weird. But it's not outside the pale. Now, this guy right here, Grant Whale, right? He's a journalist, he's a news reporter, whatever. I know he covers soccer. He covered USA Soccer, right? So you see here, he's wearing a gay pride shirt, right? And that is prohibited in that country. As you can see
Good,
here, just now, security guard refusing to let me into the stadium for USA Wales. You had to change your shirt. It's not allowed.
good.
Oh, and you want this to go on in America?
This is that's good. If they don't want particular type of wear in their stadium, they have the right to say no.
And you would want that in this country.
Sure,
Okay, so you do agree with them in a lot more ways than you want to admit.
sure. I agree. If they don't want any gay gay stuff in their stadium representing the LGBT community, they have every right to say no because of their beliefs. I think that's good.
Okay,
Stick to what
so
you believes. Stick to your tradition.
there's no wait a minute. Rudy Gobert had not scored a point tonight. Are you serious? Zero.
Um,
He had 9 rebounds. That's crazy.
what quarter are they in?
The fourth quarter. It's 1 minute left in the fourth quarter. He just scored his first point and with 1 minute left to go. And Malta, shout out to Malta. He keeps sending me videos of Rudy Gobert being
Oh,
garbage.
he did the same thing to me.
Yeah.
And I told him that I would talk about Rudy Gobert, and I completely forgot. But yes, he has been sending me videos.
All right. So
Wow. Okay, real quick. Now you have to say that I'm right.
about what?
Shaq was right the whole entire time when he was talking about him getting that type of money, and he has no production on the court. Shaq was absolutely right,
I mean,
and you were wrong.
he is one of the best defenders in the league. He is. Like it just he is. So I mean, again, if you want to think that he's not worth the money, that's fine. But like that's the going rate for a center of his talents nowadays. So I don't want to talk about Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, you're the one that mentioned it first.
Yeah, I know it was just on the screen. It was just on the screen.
What? No, but you could have easily ignored it. All I'm
0 points in in a full game. That's crazy.
like I said, the guy is like what 7'2".
Yeah,
I don't know exactly how tall he is, but he looked massive. And the simple fact that you couldn't do what one or two cuts, try to get close to the try to post up, and you couldn't score anything. Look, Shaq was right the whole entire time. The dude got exposed, and you would think with that type of money that you got, you would try to give some type of production in the offense, but you could not. You were the one that were crying when you were not selected to be an all-star. You were crying. You would think, I would assume that he would have been constantly, practice over and over and over, trying to get better offensively. And to me, and after all the videos that Malta have been sending me, I've seen no improvements. And because I've seen no improvements, this continues to validate Shaq's statement and that he was right and you were wrong.
I wasn't wrong about anything. I wasn't wrong about anything. What was I wrong about?
When
Did
you
I ever
when
did I ever say that he deserved the money?
What did you say?
I just said that he was going to get the money regardless, and Shaq needs to stop acting like a hater. That's what I said.
But Shaq was just speaking truth.
But he also comes off as a hater.
But how? So you mean to tell me that him telling the truth is equal to being a hater? So there's no way you can separate the two. Is that what you're saying?
Not when you're talking about another man's money. When you're talking about another man's money, how much he makes and how much he earns, like, yeah, that to me that's coming off as being a hater.
When you're making millions upon millions of dollars and your stat sheet is a bunch of zeros, then yeah, he definitely has a shot. Definitely has a point. Absolutely, he does.
Okay, all right. I mean, no, you can believe all you want, but like the history's on my side here. He's a
You
hater.
you could say that all you want. You were the one that stopped the podcast because you were amazed at how much points he had.
Yeah, it was zero.
So with all that being said, once again, Shaq was right and you were wrong.
Did but what am I wrong about?
You said that Shaq was being a hater and
Yeah,
and
he
and and
is.
all, and all the other stuff.
Yeah,
Shaq
he
was Shaq was just telling the truth. Rudy Gobert did not deserve that money,
all right, well, he got the money anyway, so what does it matter?
and the organization looks and that's why they got rid of him.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
they got rid of him because he and Donovan Mitchell didn't get along.
and they got rid of Donovan Mitchell anyway.
Yeah, but you're gonna say that he don't deserve the money that he makes?
Well,
They got
Donovan Mitchell,
yeah.
yeah, Donovan Mitchell absolutely deserved the money.
Okay, but he got traded too. So what the fuck does it matter?
Yeah, they got rid of him.
Yeah, they were starting over, and
Yeah, but
ironically enough, they're first in the West, which is crazy.
yeah. So if they were trying to tank, yeah, they're not doing a good job.
They're not doing a good job. But okay, but anyway, like I want to get back to this because this is important. This is actually important, right? So they came in, they saw him with the shirt, and they said that he's not allowed in, and it is what it is, right? Like,
Yep, good.
so what happened was I think there was a team that wanted to put an armband, a gay pride armband. They said no. There was a female reporter who had an armband. I don't think anything happened to her, but she had an armband. Here's my opinion on this, right? Now, I'm not going to be like you and champion people being discriminated against because of who they because of them being gay. I'm not going to do that. Definitely not going to do that.
Why?
Because you see all the discrimination, all the bigotry, all the hatred leads to events that happened a couple days ago that I'm not going to mention because it's not worth it. I'm not interested in arguing over it. But you see what happened, right? Here's my problem with what he did, right? You know what the rules are in that country. You're not going to change their minds overnight. You're not going to. It's something that unfortunately is something that either they believe or they don't believe. So you knew this. You came into the stadium wearing the shirt because you wanted to cause problems. That's the problem. You wanted to cause a stir. You wanted to cause a problem, and there you go.
He wanted to chase clout. That's what it was.
Pretty much, I pretty much, yeah, I agree with you there. And and the problem is that, like, when it comes, if you had such a problem with what they were doing, you should not have done. You know what the situation. Look. FIFA is one of the most corrupt organizations in the history of man, right? And I get the idea of wanting to put a World Cup in the Middle East, but there's a reason why there hasn't been. One, because it's too fucking hot in the summer. You know what I mean? It's too hot in the summer, and two, because of things like this. But they're like, F this, we're gonna do it anyway. Because why? Because Qatar paid FIFA a shit ton of money to have the World Cup there. Right? So with that said, you know what the situation is. You know what the law of the land is in that country. So for you to come out and wear the shirt, like I said, I don't have a problem with the shirt. Like, I don't care. I know you care. I don't care. But this is the law of the land in the country. You know what you're getting yourself into.
Oh, so before we continue, so you on my side and you on your side on this, right?
No,
You
no,
you
no,
on you on the other side. Yeah, yeah, no, no. You on our side on this one,
look,
yes?
look, 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 look. I'm not on your side.
Yeah, yes, you are.
No, no, no.
and, and I think it pisses you off that you have no choice but to be on side because
No, no, no,
common
no,
sense actually came to play this time,
no, 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 no,
right?
no, 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 no.
Come on, you can say having be on the right side of the team for once,
Look,
man.
look, no, 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 no. Here's the thing. You don't like this because you hate gay people. I'm saying that this is dumb because you put yourself at risk. That's why you're putting yourself at risk for some internet clicks. Like I said, you're smart enough to understand the situation that you're there. If you don't like it, you should never have gone there in the first place. But you're there, just go there and do your job. Just go there and do your job. That's it. You don't have to sit there and cause waves like by wearing a shirt that you know they're not going to approve of. You know they're not going to approve of. So why bother? So again, there's a difference. Like we may be on the same side, but
Yes, that exactly. And you kept on saying no. I knew you was on my side.
not for the same reason. Not for the same reason. You're on their side because you hate gay people. I'm not there with you.
Why do you keep saying I hate gay people? Look. I told you this so many times already, and I have to
And I,
constantly.
and I don't believe you every time you say I don't believe you.
No,
Because
you
your
don't. You
because your actions say otherwise.
look.
Your words say otherwise.
Look. I've said this so many times already. I've said this to you, and I said this to Jubanis. I don't hate gay people. I hate their lifestyle. That's the difference. I don't hate them. I hate their lifestyle. It has nothing to do with them as a person because even the Bible says you're supposed to love all people, and I do. I love all people. I hate the lifestyle. That's what I hate. The lifestyle.
Okay.
So when it comes to this rule, like you said, this was off of clout. He just wanted attention, and he just wanted to get famous off of it. That's all he was trying to do. There's absolutely no way that he was just complete oblivious to the policies and to the rule book. He knew what was the situation was, and he was trying to, I guess, have everybody be more aware. And I don't know what his goal was. I don't know what he was trying to accomplish. Nobody was going to boycott. If people are going to complain, people are going to complain. But guess what? Most people are going to watch. And knowing that they have religious beliefs, with their religious beliefs, they don't tolerate that type of BS. They don't. Now I don't watch soccer, but I have been trying to get into it, which is why I'm actually surprised when you said that FIFA is really corrupt. Like I don't know anything about that because again I don't follow soccer, but I am trying to get in the habit of trying to watch it because every time when I watch these highlights, I do get really impressed with what I've been watching, what I've been seeing on display. So I don't know what corruption that you're talking about. Maybe you could elaborate later on, or maybe give me a quick summary of why it's so corrupt.
I'll
But
give you some videos.
okay, okay. But what I'm trying to say is they did the exact right thing. They did the right thing, and I am proud for them. I'm proud of them for sticking, having a backbone, having a spine, and say, listen. You know what the rules are, you know what our beliefs are, and we're not going to, and you're not allowed to bring this type of garbage inside our arena. We don't tolerate this type of stuff, and I appreciate them for actually having a backbone and told the guy, listen, unless you change your shirt, you're not welcome inside. And that is a good thing happening. We need to have some type of threshold. We need to have some type of stance.
But
We need to have a stance. Okay, can I finish?
no, 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 no. I'm not. I asked you a question. You
No,
want
I want to finish.
no,
Go
no,
ahead.
no.
What's it?
Question. You want discrimination against gay people? Is
No,
that
no,
what?
no, no, no,
No,
no,
listen.
no, no,
Hey,
no, 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 no,
this is
no,
what I'm
no.
talking about, bro. This is what
Look,
I'm talking about.
you keep saying discrimination.
You did
You
no.
you know you know you know you
Stop.
know you
Let's
know that they are have religious beliefs. You know that.
But here's the thing. You are cheering this. You're cheering this. That's the difference between me and you.
I'm
You
cheering.
no, you're cheering
I'm cheering.
what happened to him. I'm saying, dude, don't be stupid. Don't do it.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
And
No,
and and,
no,
and what did you say?
you are applauding
What did
a
you say?
you are applauding a
And
awful, corrupt, disgusting, homophobic, transphobic, awful government for what they did to the guy.
and I bet you're still going to watch, aren't you? You're still going to watch, right?
You
You're
know,
still going.
why?
Yeah. After all of that, you're still going to watch.
Yeah.
You're still going to watch. Yeah, you're going to put hours of your time.
Me
You're
watching happens more than you think.
you're going to put hours of your time watching something that is disgusting, that is corrupt, that is full of discrimination, blah
Okay.
blah 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 blah. But yet but yet you're still going to watch.
The organization, FIFA, and Qatar, the government of Qatar, are corrupt, awful people. Absolutely, they are. They are. But I'm not gonna. What am I not gonna watch for? Because I'm watching soccer. I love soccer.
Yeah, boycott.
I'm watching. What am I? I'm not boycotting shit.
Boycott.
No,
Since they're so awful, boycott.
no, because I'm not watching the World Cup because of Qatar. I'm watching because one, I love the sport of soccer, and I want to support my country. That's why I'm watching. But again, you're trying to divert away from the attention. Okay,
No, I'm not.
the reason why I'm not on your side on this is because you're cheering that government of all those awful things. You're cheering for them. I'm not doing that.
You just said you were on my side.
No, no, we are
Yes.
we are technically on the same side, but for
Yes.
different reasons.
Yes.
For very
Yes.
different reasons. For very different reasons.
No,
Because
the problem is you feel disgusted that you're on my side. That's the problem.
no. It's not about being disgusting.
Yes.
No, the thing is because I know how you are. You're going to jump to the leaf that we're on the same side, so you agree with everything I have to say, and that's not fucking true at all. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. And I'm gonna say this again, and then I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk. 'Cause I don't really have much to say about this, so I'll let you talk. You are okay with this because you hate gay people. That's what it is.
Why do you keep saying why do you,
Because you like I said before, you're condoning the action of the Qatari government because you don't like because you agree with their stance on gay people. I don't agree with their stance on gay people. I think it's fucking terrible. You don't realize that you can die. It's punishment by death to be gay in that country.
most Middle Eastern countries is like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's disgusting. That's fucking disgusting. I don't give a shit if you like gay people or not. That's fucking disgusting. And with the recent events that happened in Colorado and the stuff that went on in Orlando years ago, yeah, man, that shit disgusting. And I'll never be for any type of entity, group, or government that are anti-gay because that's the result. That's the result. And I'm disgusted by that. And I'm never gonna be for that. The difference is that when it comes to this reporter, is that you're doing first of all you're doing yourself a disservice by one going over there in the first place. If you had such a big problem with it, don't go in the first place. And two, you're putting yourself at risk wearing that shirt in that country, and you only did it for attention. You only did it for attention. Like when it comes to everything else, like all the stuff that you're saying, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Like no, we may be on the same side, but for very very different reasons. Very different reasons. Now you can go. I'm pretty much done.
Um. Yeah. So look, when you have certain beliefs and somebody tries to I mean, I look. I don't know what the ultimate goal was. For that guy. I don't know what it was. I think it was just for clout. But
I
who
agree
knows?
with that. I agree
But
with that.
who? Or he probably was absolutely delusional, thinking that he would be the exception to the rule. And if he thought that, then yeah, he's absolutely an idiot for actually
I agree with that too.
for yeah for for thinking that way.
I agree with that too.
Now, as far as the organization, FIFA, whatever, right? I mean, I don't know the full details of it. I don't follow the sport, but I am going to try because it does the sport does seem to be very entertaining to watch, especially when you actually know the rules and see what's actually going on. It actually becomes more entertaining. But I still, it's a lot to learn to me. You're the expert. I'm the layman over here, and I have no shame of admitting that. But now, all I have to say is just this one last thing, and we can move on.
Mhm.
I think they did the right thing. There are beliefs, and if you don't align with our beliefs, that's fine, but don't put your garbage into our space. That's what they're saying. You could be gay if you want. You could do whatever it is that you want. But now once you start to invade in our territory, you keep that stuff outside. It doesn't belong here
Then
because of our beliefs and
and
because of our beliefs, because we have certain way that we do things around here, and because we have tradition, and because we believes in God, and we have religious beliefs and policies and whatnot, and rules that are set in place. If you want to partake in that stuff that we don't believe in, you can partake. You can partake, just not here, which is why I was applauding them, because I'm applauding them because they have a backbone. Unlike here, and unlike over here, everyone is acting all soft over here, but over there they actually have a backbone. They actually have one, and because they have one, that's why I applaud them. And they're telling the guy, look, if you want to wear it, you can wear it, but not here. So step off. And if you don't like it, tough.
okay. So you're siding with you're siding with the press government. So that's fine. Here's what I will say, right? If I don't, there are a certain group of people in this country, right? I'm not gonna name them, but you know who they are. Who, if they wanted to, if they wanted to run this country like Qatar, where they tell you who you worship, who you stand for the national anthem, for the flag, and all the other stuff, like they would do that in a heartbeat if they had the power to do so. And I'm against that. But I also have to be fair and be like, you cannot push your beliefs on them as well. As awful as their beliefs are, you can't push your beliefs on them. You can't do it, right? And FIFA tried to bribe Qatar government to get to to when it comes to the whole beer situation. They tried to bribe that government, and Qatar said okay, fine, and then they went back on their word. And the reason why that's problematic is because FIFA a lot of their sponsors are beer. I think Heineken is their sponsor. I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to speak out of turn. But beer
Mm-hmm.
is one of their biggest sponsors, and it's very hard to promote your beer when you can't drink in the country. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you can't drink beer in the country. So yeah. So yeah. There's a lot going on with it, and trust me, you just do research. There's a Netflix special that I'm going to be watching talking about this,
Oh,
and
really?
there's a lot that went on, like the building of the. Because, I mean, like I'll be frank, I'll be real. Like if there was a country, I know Saudi Arabia is a really nice looking country. Like there's a lot of very beautiful countries in that part of the world, very beautiful, and Qatar is one of them. When you look at the skyscrapers and you look at some of the stuff that they have over there, it's very beautiful country. But there's a lot of shadiness that goes on with that government, like building all those stadiums for the World Cup. Like there's millions, I mean, hundreds of thousands of workers died and they had, and even when they didn't die, they had low wages, poor living conditions. All it's a mess. But
Yeah.
that's what FIFA does. It is what it is at the end of the day. It is what it is.
Hmm.
So let me read some comments and then we can move on.
All right. Yeah, we
So
had several. So
Malta complaining about Rudy Gobert. What a nightmare that guy is on his own team. Um,
well, he is a nightmare, and once again, Malta. I don't know if you were here when I said it, but this is the reason why I said that Shaq was right and Havana was wrong. But yet Havana still want to say that
no, because
Shaq was Shaq
I
was
don't
being
know
a
what.
hater.
Yeah, he is being a hater. He is.
Yeah, after you seen him playing Rudy Gobert playing just now, how can he become as a hater? It validates what Shaq has been saying.
He trashing the player. You could say that you could say that. Oh, you like to me. I think anytime you tell a what do you call it? What do you call it? Any like whatever Shaq is, analyst saying, "Oh, this guy don't deserve the money," like that to me that comes off as personal and being like, "Oh well, oh I wish I would have made this money back in the day." Well, you didn't. It is what it is. Like you don't have to be happy for him, but be like, "Oh, he don't deserve this, he don't deserve that." No, that to me that's being a hater.
Mhm.
It is what it is. But anyway, moving on. Ruben said that it's the way you say it. He came off talking crap, not constructive arguing. I think he's talking about Shaq. I think he's referring to Shaq. Let me
Well, I mean, if you're talking about Shaq, I mean, look, you know how Shaq is. Just like he and Charles Barkley, Stephen A. They just say it like it is. They don't sugarcoat anything. They don't sugarcoat anything. So if he believed that Rudy Gobert didn't deserve that money because of his numbers, then he has the right to express it that way. He do. And to me, what everything what Shaq has said holds true, and Rudy Gobert has been playing absolutely pathetic.
all right. Walter said, "Bro, honestly, I would have prohibited that fruity ass shirt too, because I don't like rainbows and shit."
Thank you, thank you. And they don't tolerate that stuff either. Now your reason may be different from mine, but like I said before, a maybe a few weeks ago in the podcast, they that rainbow actually meant something, and they decided to twist it and use it for their agenda instead of using it for how the Bible, how it was symbolizes in the Bible. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
Fruit Loops, I think. Was it Fruit Loops? Who used the rainbow? Was it Fruit Loops or was it like well who what was it? Was it Fruit Loops?
what are you talking about?
The rainbow.
What about the rainbow? I mean, what about Fruit Loops?
I mean, what cereal had the rainbow on their cover?
Well, that doesn't mean anything.
No, it does mean something because they used the rainbow for marketing.
Okay.
Oh, it's Lucky Charms. The Lucky Charms. The Lucky Charms. They used the rainbow for marketing. So like I mean we don't have a problem with that, but we know why.
Look, the rainbow has always been something that is reserved for the glory of God and God alone. That's it.
All right.
That's that's that's
And,
what that's that's what
and Lucky
that's
Charms.
that's what the rainbow has been reserved for.
God and Lucky
For
Charms.
for for for, for the glory of God.
And
My Savior, Jesus Christ.
and Lucky
That's who it's for.
and Lucky Charms.
That's who it is for.
And Lucky Charms.
I mean, you can keep saying Lucky Charms all you want,
I mean
but
they use the rainbow as marketing. They use the rainbow as marketing. And I mean I haven't had Lucky Charms in a long time. I was always a Frosted Flakes guy. So yeah.
yeah, you like eating y'all all of our Frosted Flakes is cornflakes with sugar. That's it.
You wanna know why I like Frosted Flakes?
Because of the tiger, the mascot.
No, because they're great.
Womp womp womp.
The shirt didn't say anything. It just I think it was just a rainbow. What event happened days ago? I'm not gonna say here. All I'm gonna say is thoughts and prayers. That's all I'm gonna say.
You think we'll get in trouble if we say it here?
I don't even want to talk about it. To be honest, it's not worth it. Multi
You,
said,
you see how mean you are. Every time when something tragic happens or when somebody dies, I don't want to talk about it. Oh, who
no,
cares?
no,
Like,
what is there to talk about? We're just gonna cycle around the same two fucking talking points and nothing gets changed. So what does it matter?
I think it's wrong for what happened. I think it's wrong.
Of course, you think it's wrong because you're not a monster.
Yeah.
But the problem is that type of rhetoric, and that is all the rhetoric and all the other bullshit going on, is why these things happen. Like, and there's nothing.
You think it's happening just for the sake of disagreeing?
Yeah, when you put a hateful rhetoric around that type of stuff, yeah, these things are bound to happen. And plus, you live in a country where it's very easy to get a gun anyway. So what the fuck does it matter? Like we're just circling around the same bullshit. We all know what the issue is, and no one's gonna change it. No one's gonna either admit that it's a problem, and they're not gonna do anything about it. So why would I continue to talk about it? All I gotta do is just duck. That's it. Duck and if bulletproof vests are affordable, then yeah, I'll go get one. Hopefully I won't get a defective one. So Molter said, bro, Gobert is 7-1 and he can't even post up. Shaq should have went even harder on him.
Thank you. See that this is why I said that Shaq was right, and you are wrong, sir. Who be 186? You
Again,
are wrong, sir.
again,
Shaq. Not only was Shaq bigger than everybody else, but he also had good footwork. He also knew how to post and
never
cut. He knew how to do all of those things, and Gobert has learned nothing offensively.
okay. And I'm supposed to argue against that? There's nothing to argue against. All I'm saying is that I'm calling him a hater for hating on Rudy Gobert. Just for hating on him. Just like he did the JaVale McGee.
You think Shaq? Look, Shaq there's no contest with Shaq and those two guys. There's no contest.
No,
There's nothing for him.
no
There's
argument.
nothing for him to hate about.
Okay, but he does it anyway. He
He's
does
not
it.
he's not hating on them. He's just calling out their buffoonery. That's it.
He put himself in danger to make a statement. That's what Ruben said. Yeah, and I agree. And to be honest with you, it's not worth it. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, bro. It's not. Like, in that country, like, no. If you want to do it here, that's fine because at least you'll have at least a level of protection. But in that country, you have no idea the type of bullshit that can go on in those countries. You have no idea. And you want to test fate just for some internet clout? Like, no, it's dumb. Ruben said that you're on the same side for different justifications. Yeah, true. Absolutely. Absolutely. We are not on the same side. We're on the same side, but for very, very different reasons. Very different reasons. So Mota said, I remember when I signed up for School of Rock, and they asked me if I wanted the black shirt or the rainbow school shirt. I like, what the fuck, bro? You think, bro? Like, yeah, it's cool. It's fine if you don't like it. If you don't like it, it's fine. It's fine, bro.
Yeah. Of course, it's not a big deal. I mean, I definitely wouldn't wear it, and I guarantee you wouldn't wear it
Oh,
either.
wait. All right, so Moses said it's not about being gay. I don't like rainbow. I don't like rainbows. Period. All right, so let me ask you a question. If you think that the rainbow colors represent God, how come you won't wear the shirt?
No,
No, not like a gay pride shirt, nothing like that. I'm
And,
talking like
oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They took it and they twisted it into something else. So
but you
why would I wear it?
but
They're using it to represent something that the Bible forbids. So of course I'm not going to wear it and support that
but
LGBTQ pride nonsense. I'm not going to do it.
But you would wear if it didn't do that, you would wear a rainbow shirt.
Yeah, if it was meant to glorify God and God alone, then
Mhm.
yes, yes.
And you this comes from the same guy who thinks pink is a feminine color.
There's no pink in the rainbow.
There's yellow,
There's no pink.
but you said yellow is a feminine color also.
Yeah, but
But
the
okay,
main role the rainbow is meant to glorify God. That's what it's meant for. Is it was it's a representation.
all right. Moto said continue. As for a gay person go, that doesn't affect me. On occasion, I wear a crop top or stripper shirt for sex appeal. I'm heterosexual though. I like chicks only. Yeah, I've seen some of his outfits. It's pretty out there.
Whose outfits?
Malta,
Oh, okay, okay.
a man acting like a woman. Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. It's of course it's annoying because it's abnormal and it's something that shouldn't be tolerated under any circumstance. That's not something that I want to see. That's not something that kids should be seeing either because it's out of order. Go ahead.
I'm a masculine man, bro. That's how my parents raised me to be. If my dad was alive and saw me acting like a girl, he would smack me in the face.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you said that, Malta, because I think I shared this already before. But when I was trying to wear my mom's shoes, my freaking dad kicked my behind. He was telling me, no, you're not going to wear that. You're a boy, not a girl. So you're not going to wear your mom dresses. You're not going to wear your mom's shoes. You're not going to wear her earrings or her jewelry. That's not for men. That's for women, and you are a boy, and I'm going to raise you as such. And I am thankful that he laid down the law, was firm with me, and told me that this is not allowed for me. And that's how it should be raised across the board in America and frankly throughout the whole entire world.
Right. The real protest. Well, Ruben's talking. The real protest is not going. Miss out on your payday and make a statement from home. You put your money where your mouth is. I believe you. Although, continuing on, although I still believe him because he put his safety where his mouth is. It seems disingenuous because it feels it feels clout thirsty. Yeah, and yeah, I feel the same way. I just don't think it's worth the risk. Like we all know where you side on in to go in that country and where and listen, I know it's not Qatar, but in Saudi Arabia, the government literally killed a journalist, right? Killed a journalist because you know he was uncovering all these conspiracies and stuff like that about the government, and they got him killed. And you, like I said before, you don't want to mess with governments like that. And that is more than just a no leash. You don't want to go. You obviously, you don't want to go to North Korea. Period. But even China, you don't want to go to China with that type of attitude where you're going to be like, oh, I'm above their law. Like you have to be careful with that. You have to be careful with that. Molter said that I don't believe in God, only traditional roles.
I mean, that's fine that you don't believe in God, because who when he says doesn't believe in me, doesn't believe in God either. My only thing is if you're going to believe in traditional roles, just so you know, that did come from the Bible, Constitution, all that stuff was all inspired from the Word of God. So just so you know.
All right, so Ruben said, but still, Qatar knows.
Oh, hold on. Why did you skip when he said when he pretty much mocked what what I said?
I just caught it. If you don't like it, tough. Hell yeah.
Yeah, if you don't like it, tough.
All right.
Because look, well, it is what it is. No explanation is required because you already know what the rule is. So either you go by it or get lost.
All right. So Ruben's talking to you, but still, Steve, Qatar knows what the world is on. They needed not to host this if they're going to impose their own beliefs on you, who to love and what to drink. To me, they should have never gotten the World Cup in the first place. Like, but they wanted it. They obviously that's what they wanted, and FIFA, like a corrupt organization, gave it to them. because they offered them the most money. So
Yeah,
they,
they gave them the most money, so now they're able to host it, and because they're able to host,
that's not how you that's not how you're supposed to win World Cups though. That's not how you do it. Technically, that's not how you're supposed to do it. Even though technically that's how they always do it, like corruption. Like they vote on cities to host, and the people who voted got paid off by the Qatar government to vote in their favor. So yeah,
but what I was trying to say was, look, it's their stadium or whatever. It's their cup. It's their rules. So they're not imposing their beliefs on anybody. All they're saying is we just don't tolerate that type of garbage, and because we don't want garbage in our stadium, you're not allowed to wear that garbage in our stadium. That's all. You're still welcome to come in. You can still come in and watch. We just not allowed to wear that shirt or have any type of representation of the LGBTQ community. And I'm for that because my belief doesn't tolerate or accept or embrace that type of lifestyle either. So there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Ruben.
so yeah, man. So when I say that you hate gay people, you need to stop. You need to stop fighting me on this. You need to stop fighting me on this.
Listen, I skip. I keep saying I
You
don't.
you keep referring to it as garbage. That's what you refer to it. You don't have to refer to it as garbage, but that's what you believe. You don't
When
have to
some when some when
because you have things that you never refer to the belief that Colin Kaepernick had when it comes to kneeling down as garbage. You never did.
I was always on his side though. I just didn't like the stuff when he was talking about like the prisons and all the other crap that he was saying. Like, the whole kneeling part, I was in favor of it. I didn't mind that at all.
Yeah, but the thing is that you never called it garbage.
Well, why would I call it garbage?
You
I was in favor of it.
you were in favor of him kneeling for the national anthem.
Yeah, you
And
didn't. When did you hear me complain about him kneeling?
no, I no, like you never complain, but the thing is that a lot of what he believes are stuff that you would not believe. Why he did what he did. So like
Mm, not necessarily, because I did believe that we had a huge problem when it comes to police, and that's why when Trump's, oh, I don't know if I should say his name, but that's why when he signed the whole police reform, I thought that was a very good thing. No chokeholds
but he also
and
wait. He signed that?
yes sir,
Are you sure?
yep,
I'll look it up. But
sure.
he also called all those NFL players son of a bitches too, and said that if you kneel down for the national anthem, that you should be removed from the NFL.
Yeah, he's wrong for that.
Yeah. So like my thing is that that type of mindset is shared between that part of America and in the Middle East. That same type of intolerance is shared between that portion of the country and the Middle East, and that's something that I'm always going to be against. Always going to be against. So when we see all these people talk about the Middle East and shit like that, I'm like, yo, you guys are the same. You guys are the same. You guys are exactly the same.
Hmm.
The only difference is that one side is a lot wider than the other. That's the difference.
Okay.
So I know I'm not tall enough to be a center. No, Gobert is soft AF for someone his size. Skittles.
Yeah, he's yeah, Gobert is soft, and like I said last week, LeBron James is soft as well. And there's a huge shame that we don't see the same type of aggressiveness like you did back in the early days. Like for example, like how Shaq was, the aggressiveness that he had, and how he imposes his will to the competition. You don't see that. You don't really see that much anymore. You guys are just being soft. Guys are flopping everywhere. It's not the same. It's all garbage. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. Last one from here. You said, bro, I argue Shaq was a better defender than Gobert. I mean, Shaq is one of the greatest centers of all time. Rudy Gobert is just a guy. He's just a guy. Like that's all he is. He's just a guy. He's a great defender. Like I will always believe he's a great defender. But he at the end of the day, compared to Shaq, he's just a guy. So why is it that Shaq has to go through great lengths to trash him? That's all I'm saying. You're one of the greatest centers of all time. What are you doing, wasting your time trashing a guy who's clearly beneath you? Yeah, he's constantly punching down. He did the same thing with JaVale McGee.
Yeah, because JaVale McGee was a joke. Was a big joke. That's why.
Okay, it started off as just basic ribbing, and then it just continued to get worse and worse when JaVale discussed how he wasn't okay with it. He just continued to drag him in the media. And I'm like, bro, you're one of the greatest centers of all time. You don't need to do this.
I mean, I think what he did to JaVale McGee was warranted because the stuff that
He's
McGee
not
was doing.
according to you. You're not. He's not good. So because the guy is not good, he deserves to be humiliated in front of millions of people.
Yeah, because when you humiliate yourself and embarrass yourself in the organization by acting like a clown in the court, yeah, people should call you out on it. Absolutely, absolutely. When you do stupid stuff, when you're constantly being clumsy, when you're blocking your own teammates' shots, yeah, you absolutely deserve to be ridiculed. Yes, yes,
All right. So if someone says you're bad at your job, you deserve to get ridiculed.
yeah. The guy was awful. Now he's not bad anymore, but back then, everybody was making fun of him. Not just Shaq. Everybody was making fun of that dude.
Shaq versus Gobert, 48 minutes. How many points would each player score? Shaq 70, Gobert 9. Yeah, I'm sure he will.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
Hey, Chris, this is funny, but I can't say it because I don't want to get the stream banned. But this is funny, and it's technically true because I think he was the first one to get it, and he, like a dumbass, decided not to take it seriously, and
Wasn't he the? Didn't he? Were he the one that he was touching everything and touching all the equipment, and then he got one of his teammates.
yeah.
He got freaking Donovan Mitchell sick. And oh my gosh, their relationship has never changed. Has never been the same ever since that.
I would argue. I would probably argue that they were never really that good of teammates together anyway. I just think that the whole thing that happened just got worse after that.
No, okay.
So, yeah. So all right. So I'm gonna get the nominee stuff up. Just read this comment. Read this comment from Ultra. I have a
All
high.
right. Okay. Oh, and by the way, Chris Garcia, appreciate you coming. I don't know if this was your first comment. I don't know if you have. Is it?
I think I, I think I think I've seen him before in a previous video. I think I've seen that name before.
No, no. I'm talking about
But
in
this is
here. I
first.
think this is the first comment.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah. So this is the first one that you did. But yeah, thanks for that, brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, that dude, yeah, Rudy Gobert is a big joke, man. That dude is nothing but a joke. I want him to at the very least, bro. At the very least, you should be averaging a double double. If you're not going to have 15, 20 points, at the very least, score 10.
All right, all right, all right.
10 points.
Let's
10. No, no, let me finish. 10, at least, at the very least, 10 points, 13, 14 rebounds, and then, that'll be good. But unless you do that, man, like, you're just dead weight for the whole entire team. But anyway, Malta said,
Mhm.
dude, JaVale McGee is one of the worst players in the league. He averaged two Shaq in the Fool moments per game. I think when Shaq did the DR who crap or whatever on McGee, it was corny and unnecessary, which is why McGee fired back. But I really think McGee is one of the worst. Um, at that time, yes, he was definitely one of the worst. Because again, the guy was clumsy, the guy was soft, he didn't know what he was doing. He was constantly turning the ball over for no apparent reason, and the guy was just a clown show. Now, look, it was funny. I'm not gonna lie, like it was definitely funny. There are highlights of him just oh my gosh, like it was just one of the worst things that anybody could possibly ever do, and I was laughing really really hard. It was hysterical. But at the end of the day, although it was funny, I was laughing at him, not with him. He was a clown, and he would. And here's the part that irritated me: with the agility and the athleticism that that guy is able to display, he could have easily been superstar talent if he would just quit being a big dummy. He would have had superstar talent, in my opinion, but he just never developed those skills, and he was just a clown show. That's all. And he's an unnecessary, which is why McGee for her back. Okay, yeah, I read that. Highlights or lowlights? That's funny. That's funny. That's actually real funny. Highlights or lowlights? Yeah, it is pretty much lowlights. But yeah, you know, he won two rings and he was a contributor for Golden State. And I'm happy that he actually got himself together. He's still not a superstar. He's not a star. And has he ever been an All Star? I don't think so, right?
Who?
Hmm?
Who?
McGee. McGee.
No.
Okay.
No.
McGee only issue is IQ. He could have been a very respectable player. Like yeah, just like I said, I think he would have been beyond that if he would just stop being a big doofus. But that's all. But I mean, that's all I really have to say about him. We know how McGee is and how he rolls. I mean, he's better now, but he could have been so much better if he got his act together. If he got his act together earlier on.
What is going on with this website? I can't scroll down.
Oh, I was wondering what was taking you so long.
Yeah, I can't. I can't scroll down. Yeah, I can't. I can't scroll down, so I can't see all the. I can't see all the categories.
Um, Try another website then.
And I know for a fact that all these categories aren't going to mean nothing. But I need to see just in case. And I'm not signing.
Mm,
You can kiss my ass with that bullshit. I'm not signing in.
well, do you have an account? Do you have an account with them?
Technically, yeah, I do. But I'm
Then
not
sign
signing in.
in. Then sign in if you have an account with them.
I'm good.
You have an account with them. Sign in.
I'm good. I'm good. I need to see nominees in order to vote. I need to see the categories. Like,
What,
and I'm not. Yeah, go ahead.
what website is this?
VGA. See if you'll scroll on your thing.
See, this would just been so simple if you would just sign in.
No. I think the website. I think the website has issues. I think the website has issues.
VGA.com.
Yeah. See if you can see all the categories.
So let me see. I think the website is probably buggy. I guess. All right. So
Why would I waste my time going on a buggy ass website?
uh, yeah. Wow. It took me to a completely different website. It took me to an Xbox site. I hit VGA.com and it just took me to an Xbox website. I don't know what's going on.
I'm yeah. I'm in the. Yeah, I think I'm in the right place. Not in the right
Okay.
place, but I'm in a better set.
All right.
All right, so they'll have all the
Um,
categories. Right?
All right,
Yeah.
let's take a
So I
look.
mean,
See.
I'm in Gamitsu.com right now. So these are all the categories that are going to be there, right? So best esports event. You have Evo, League of Legends, PGL Major. I've never heard of that. The 2012 Midseason Invitational and the Valorant Championship 2022. I'm just gonna vote for Evo.
Yeah, me too.
Right? I don't give a shit about esports coach or
Hold on,
team.
hold
So
on,
I'll
hold on.
do
Wait,
Evo.
wait, wait, wait. Go. I just want to see if I recognize. No. Okay, go ahead.
Esports athlete. I don't care about none of these. Um,
It looks like we're gonna
esports
go through this one quick.
esports game. You have Counter Strike, Dota, League of Legends, Rocket League, and Valorant. I'm voting for Rocket League.
I think I would vote like that one. Like Dota looks, phenomenal, but I think I would. I think I had the most fun playing Rocket League. So yeah, I'll vote for that one too.
Let's see. Most anticipated game. Okay. Final Fantasy 16, Hogwarts Legacy. That's the Harry Potter game. Resident Evil 4, Starfield, or Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Oof, that I wouldn't know which one to choose.
I'm picking Zelda.
I don't know which one to choose. I don't know. I'm stuck between Zelda and Resident Evil 4.
Okay.
That that that
You're not interested in Final Fantasy 16?
Yeah, yeah, of course I am. But do I think it's gonna? Do I think it's Will I think it's gonna compete with Resident Evil 4 or Zelda? No. Resident Evil 4, that trailer. Oh, that my goodness, Resident Evil 4 looked so beautifully done, man. Well, I know it's not done,
Mm-hmm.
but it looks fantastic. Just fantastic. And I know that game is going to that game is probably gonna prevent me from sleeping at night. The way how that game looks and how the gameplay is and how it's hard to survive. From what I've heard, it's going to be very challenging.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I'm just looking forward to it. But something tells me that Zelda is going to win. The fan base is just too huge.
I actually think it's going to be Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it could be.
All right, best adaptation. So these are like shows or movies based on video games. So
Yeah,
you have Arcane, um, Cyberpunk Edge Runners. I heard that show is good. I heard that anime is good.
yeah. I heard it was really good too.
The Cuphead show, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and Uncharted movie.
I don't care what anybody says. I really like that Uncharted movie.
You liked it? I've never seen it.
I actually liked it.
Okay. I'll give it a go since I like the movie. I like the game.
But I think Sonic is going to win.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that too. Best debut indie: Neo White, Narco, Stray, Tunic, and Vampire Survivors. I haven't played. The only one I played is Tunic. That's the only one I played.
Um, I've been watching Seaframe play Stray a lot. And look, I'm not gonna lie. I never got. I mean, I did get a little bored of it, but I did. I could see why a lot of people really like that game so much. Um, but I think Stray. I mean, I think Tunic is gonna be the one that's gonna win. But I'm just being biased because it looked like Zelda, so I'm just being biased.
You don't give a shit about content creators. Best multiplayer game: Modern Warfare 2, Multiverses, Overwatch 2, Splatoon 3, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. Oh, this is tough, man. If it was up to me, man,
Yeah, I played Multiverse. The game's fun. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. The game is fun.
because this is I'm going to go with Multiverses. I think Splatoon 3 is going to win though,
Why do you think Splatoon 3 is gonna win?
because people like that game. People like that game a lot.
I'm surprised you didn't mention Ninja Turtles. You kept on. I think you gave a review of that game. I remember you gave a review. You kept on. You were saying how great the game
Yeah,
was.
this is a great game, but the game multiplayer works well on Xbox. Doesn't do when it came out, it didn't do well on on PlayStation Online.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm,
So I
okay.
mean, when it comes to like best online experience between the five and Call of Duty, I'm still early on that. So I'm liking that, but I will give it to Multiverses because I think they did a great job with that game.
I think it's gonna be Call of Duty because of popularity.
I think Splatoon's gonna win because of popularity, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Best sports slash racing game: F1 22, FIFA 23, NBA 2K 23, Gran Turismo 7, and Ollie World. This is interesting. I think NBA 2K is gonna win. My
You
heart,
think NBA 2K is gonna win?
yeah. 'Cause
Wow.
I heard this year's version is really good, and they never. I normally, which game always dominates this category? Forza. Forza always dominates this category, and they never nominate MLB The Show. It's garbage.
They
Okay,
never. They. Oh, really?
but to me, if I had to pick, if it was up to me, I'm going to pick. Ah man, you know what? I'm gonna pick Ollie World. This game is awesome. This game's awesome.
Hmm.
Like it would be funny if Gran Turismo won. I would be very happy if Gran Turismo won. But Ollie World is a great game. I think
I
it's fun.
think that I think the average score has been a 9 and up. I think
For what?
like the review scores for Ollie.
Yeah, this game's phenomenal. It's a great game.
And what do you
Um,
do in the game?
this is skateboarding.
Yeah, but like what's the objective? Is it like is there?
You go through a level. Pretty much skateboarding, and you have like certain objectives that you have to do. You have certain things that you have to do while you're skateboarding. It's not free road. It's 2D playing going from one area to the other. And I'll show you gameplay. You want to see gameplay?
Yeah, sure.
I'll show you gameplay. I should upload some. I should upload some on my channel. Um, I'll upload some on my channel soon. So, yeah, so we'll go back again.
So
Um,
you bought this game, right?
yeah, I have the game. I have the game. Yeah, I have the game. So, so the game is spectacular. I love the game, and I played Ollie 1 and 2. This one's a little different because this one takes is a different art style than the first two.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let me put this up. Get the gameplay going. It usually has a very nice customization. Um, yeah, okay, so okay.
This
So
like
yeah,
internet
this
is
is
a
pretty
little
much
slow.
what the game looks like. Yeah, it's definitely dumb. Like you see the gameplay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it
Yeah, so
looks
you
like
see.
it looks like it's pretty simple. Like it's very
Yeah, it's
simplistic,
simple, but
no?
it's hard. It's hard. Yeah, but it's hard though. It's
Oh, it's
hard.
hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
Oh,
No, this game's not easy. It's more gameplay. Yeah, especially when the levels become more intricate and stuff like that. It's definitely not. It's definitely not easy.
oh wow. Okay.
Right now, this person doing a lot of basic stuff. So, you do,
Okay. So
mm.
and you said is not an open world game at all.
No, no, not open world. It's like 2D side to side. And like I
Okay.
said, the art style in this game is a lot different than what it used to look like. Let me go to Ollie Ollie. Let me show you this is as a reference. Just look at this video right here from Jack's Spec Eye. Yeah, I remember playing this game on the Vita, and this game's crazy, man. This game is hard. This game is hard.
This one is harder.
Um, yeah and no. Yeah and no. It's more simplistic than the other game because the thing that made the thing that made this game hard is that you had to like when it comes to when you're playing Tony Hawk you don't have to press a button to land. In this game,
Yeah, yeah. You don't have to push nobody in the land, right?
yeah, you have to press X to land, and you have to make sure you hit it precisely so that you get like a perfect landing.
Okay, okay. And so if you don't push the land button, you automatically
You'll get
fall.
like yeah.
Okay.
So this is how you see how the idea of the game is similar, but you see how different it looks than Ollie Ollie World.
Yeah, but it looked like one of the. It looks like one of those average, not average, but it looks like one of those games you play on mobile.
Yeah, yeah, it does. But like this game is like I said, this game is much more intricate than that, and
Okay.
awesome soundtrack. I love the soundtrack in this game.
Oh
In
yeah.
all of them,
Oh,
yeah, pretty much in all of them.
okay.
So, yeah, so that's all y'all. So let's get back to the nominees.
All right.
All right, best simulation slash strategy game. I don't care about none of these games. I don't know
Oh,
about you.
wait, hold on, hold on, hold on. Dune. That one. That one. As far as everything else, no. And Mario and Rabbits, no.
Best family game, aka the Nintendo category. Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Lego Star Wars, Mario and Rabbids, Nintendo Switch Sports, and Splatoon 3. I think Splatoon 3 is going to win. I think that Kirby and the Forgotten Land should win.
Um, yeah, I think Splatoon's going to win.
Yeah. Best fighting game, DNF Duel, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, All Star Battle R, King of Fighters 15, Multiverses, and Sifu, which is weird because Sifu is not a fighting game.
I think it's either going to be I think it's going to be multiverse.
I think so too. I think this is clear winner. Multiverses. Best role playing game, Elden Ring,
That one is going to win,
yeah, Live or Live.
hands down.
Is this Pokemon Legends Arceus? Yeah. And I actually wanted to talk about Pokemon real quick, but like we don't have time. The new game that came out. You seen some videos on that game?
I I only saw screenshots. I didn't actually see videos. You saw actual footage.
Mm-hmm.
Can you play real quick? Because it looks like you have something you want to say.
Yeah, let's go to it real quick. We're not gonna take too long.
Yeah, like I actually wanted to look up into it a lot more because I've seen people talk about it, but again I only seen screenshots. I didn't actually take the time to watch gameplay footage, which is my fault. I should have taken the time to watch.
Penguin Z. Penguin Z. This is the video from Penguin Z. Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, shout out to you, Penguin.
Now, as you can see, the game doesn't look bad at first. Definitely don't look as good as it should be for a Nintendo game.
Can you put on full screen?
Yeah, definitely don't look as good as it should.
Okay. It looks like you have more to say though. Let's see what else you have to say.
Does the game look good to you?
Um, Looks like just a regular average, just an average looking game. It looked like it looked like a game that is last gen.
Yeah, it looks last gen, right?
Yeah,
Very much last gen.
yeah.
Um, let's go to it. Population. Let's do that.
Oh, so that's what you was trying to get at.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
And this
Oh my
person,
goodness.
this person's practicing blowjobs. Okay, hold on. Let's go to the beginning. Hold on. Let's go to the beginning. Uh, yeah, this person practicing blowjobs right here.
Okay.
So
This guy.
this person is walking in the middle of a duel. Uh,
Uh,
this person's arms are going crazy, head is going crazy.
yeah. That dude is clearly losing his head.
Yeah, and his arms.
Yeah, and his arms. Dalcine. Oh, I don't know.
So you got clipping issues. You know, uh, let's see what happens here. Walking on air, spinning in the
Yeah.
air, dancing in the air.
Come on, Nintendo.
Oh, look at this! Look at this! The dragon got stuck.
Wow. Nintendo made this game?
Game Freak and Nintendo's name is on it. Look
This
at
is
this.
definitely not like Nintendo. Nintendo would have never approved this of coming out if it was not ready.
Here's the problem. Here's the thing. And no, you know what? We're gonna save it. We're gonna save it for next week. We're gonna save it for next week. You're on the
Um.
right track, though. You are on the right track.
Okay, so you don't. Okay, are you going to remember? Because I am curious what you
But
want to say. What you're about to say.
I mean, if you want me to say it now, we can say it now. Here's what I think about why they released this game when they did. Right, one, they wanted to I think they wanted to match the show, or whatever, the anime or the show, or whatever. They wanted to match that, and also they know Nintendo knows. Look at that, falling right through the world,
Wow.
right through the world. Now here's the thing: Nintendo's not stupid, and they know what I know. Look at that. This person's riding a bike that's not visible. They know what I know. It don't
And
matter
look at
what.
this. This we have one running on air. One just flat out dissipated, just disappeared. Oh, jeez.
Now here's the thing: Nintendo knows what I know. That no matter what happens, you're gonna buy it anyway. Nintendo fans and Nintendo fanboys are going to buy it anyway.
Right.
So like, I mean, I don't think they can continue to do this because this is embarrassing. Because this game don't even look nowhere near as good as Zelda or Mario, and Mario and Zelda do not have these glitches in graphical errors.
Right. Oh,
You know, this
wow.
person literally running into a wall over and over again, running into a wall. I
Clearly,
mean,
the game doesn't work.
that
The-
Pokemon is raping that kid. And now now they've been seen, and now he's right there. And I mean, that kid is all effed up.
Wow, man. All right, all right. Okay, I think I've seen enough. Like this is bad. I've seen enough.
They know what's
Uh,
up. They know Nintendo fan and fanboys are going to buy it regardless. It is what it is.
ouch.
And so the fact that this okay, so this is not, but this is different. This is a trail. I think this is the last year's game. And so you have Elden Ring, Live or Live, Pokemon Legends Atreus, Triangle Strategy, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Elden Ring is gonna win this.
Yes.
This is gonna win because we've been nominated for everything. Best action adventure game: A Plague Tale, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Tunic. I'm probably gonna go with God of War. Probably gonna win this.
Um, I'm gonna say God of War also.
Yeah. So, yeah. Moving on. Best action game: Bayonetta 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Neon White, Sifu, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. You know what? If I had to pick, I think Sifu is gonna win, but I wouldn't mind seeing Turtles win.
You think Sifu's gonna win?
Hmm.
Hmm. I'm going for. I think Ninja. I think Ninja Turtle's going to win.
Yeah, if it wins, I have no problem with that. Okay, VR AR game, we don't care about that. Innovation and accessibility, I gotta be real with you, I don't care about that. Best community support, I gotta be real, I don't care about that.
That's fine.
Best mobile game, you care about this because I'm ready to move on.
Yeah. Okay. We can move on. We can move
Best
on.
best indie, Cult of the Lamb, Neon White, Tifu, Stray, and Tunic.
I'm
Um,
going for Tunic.
I'm gonna go with Tunic. I actually think Stray is gonna win this. I'll say Stray, even though like I said, I don't care who wins it. That one. Best ongoing game. I'll be rich. I don't really care about this.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Fortnite's going to win anyway.
Um, game for impact. I've never heard of any of these games. Well, I've heard of as Dust Falls. I've heard of that, but these are more like games that have like hidden meanings and special meanings and stuff like that. So, anyways, best performance. Ashley Burch for Horizon Forbidden West. She played Aloy. Charlotte McBurney from A Plague's Tale. Christopher Judge for God of War. He played Kratos. Man Engaged from Immorality. And Sunny Soljic for God of War Ragnarok. I'm assuming that's Atreus. Um,
Okay.
I think the last time they were, I think the last time Chris was nominated for this, I think he won. So I'll cheer for him again. I don't care. Recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. So best audio design goes. The nominees are Call of Duty. Yeah, I agree with that. The sound in that when you play that game with headphones, that's crazy.
For Call of Duty?
Hmm? Elden Ring, God of War, Gran Turismo 7. I agree with that, and Horizon Forbidden West. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. If I had to pick, I don't know. It's hard to pick. I actually think Call of Duty will win that one.
Okay.
Right, so best score of music, A Plague's Tale, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Metal Hellsinger. I'm sure that's Multi's favorite, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So you have those. Best art direction: Elden Ring, God of War, Horizon Forbidden West, Scorn, and Stray. I actually think Stray is gonna win this.
You think Stray's going to win Best Art?
Art direction, yeah. Remember, it's not best graphics; it's best art direction.
I don't really see nothing special with the art style with Stray. I really don't.
Best narrative: A Plague Tale, Elden Ring, God of War, Horizon Forbidden West, and Immorality.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm too early in God of War to really say. Best game direction: Elden Ring, God of War, Horizon, Immorality, and Stray.
Uh, I think it's going to be between Elden Ring and God of War.
And game of the year: A Plague Tale, Elden Ring, God of War, Horizon, Stray, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Um,
I
to me, like you said, it's between Elden Ring and God of War, in my opinion.
I don't know why Stray is even on that list.
I mean, is it one? Is I would. It's probably the best. Is arguably one of the best indie games to come out that year, and they're always gonna put in an indie game in there.
Oh, by default. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So they're saying that it's better than Tunic. All right.
According to them, I guess. But yeah, to me, it's between Elden Ring and God of War, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Those are the two highest rated games on those are the two highest rated games on Metacritic. So yeah. Okay. Oh, so you had time to make a comment on the
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. But all right, so I mean, overall, are you going to watch the awards?
yeah,
Yeah, same here. I'm going to watch it. It looks like it's going to be
December
really
8th.
yeah, it's going to be very very interesting. I'm definitely looking forward to it. But well, since we don't have any comments, and we finished our last and final topic. Do you have any last words?
I mean, I think it's supposed to be on December 8th, right? So I mean, we can do a live stream of watching it.
Aren't they going to I mean, not boycott. Are they going to strike us?
Well, we're not going to show the show, but we can stream it. We can give our reaction to it while we watch.
Oh wait, we're watching it, but we're not going to.
Show it? No,
I don't
no,
understand how everybody else could get away with it, but we can't.
yeah, too black.
Huh?
We're black.
That's clearly not the reason, but I gotta man. If there's only a way I could contact at least one of them, how is it that they could? Because bro, every time when there's a game that's coming out, we have so many YouTuber creators are streaming the gaming awards. Like all the time, they're streaming the gaming awards, or if it's like E3 or Nintendo Direct, somebody is always streaming and they're showing it live.
Yeah,
So I don't understand how they could get away with it, but we can't. I don't know, man.
yeah, it sucks,
Uh,
but
whatever.
yeah, pretty much on that note, like we can get out of here. What do you have planned for the rest of the week?
I'm just gonna try to just pretty much work out. If you're still up for doing the Tekken ranking this Thursday, I'm down for it.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know by. Let me let you know that morning because, like I said, like they got. I'm gonna be working a double. I don't know what they're gonna have me. I don't know what they're gonna have planned for me. I don't know what
Okay.
they have planned for me. But if I'm up and sane, then yeah, I don't mind doing it.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna be doing anything. This is probably gonna be by far the worst Thanksgiving ever for me, and that's because my brother's gonna be working, my dad's gonna be working. Um, like like obviously you're gonna be working at the time. Other people I know that's gonna be working, and my mom's gonna be going to her brother's house, so everybody's gonna be separated. So yeah, it's not gonna be um, a traditional Thanksgiving like we usually have. So I mean that's why I'm up for the Tekken. But if not, then we could plan
Yeah,
another day.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know the day of.
All right.
I'll let you know the day of. So because they got me. Yeah, it's crazy. But anyways, yeah. So pretty much after Thanksgiving bullshit, we'll see what happens when it comes to Black Friday. Like I said, I already bought what I needed, but if there's anything else that I need to buy, maybe we can do that. Maybe I'll do that. But yeah. But on that note, that's it. Let me give a roll call. Malta, thank you for watching. Chris Garcia, thank you for watching. Ruben, as always, thank you for watching. Ryan Meadows, thank you for watching. Let's see, Eddie, thank you for watching. Vicious Inc. What is it? Vicious? Yeah, Vicious. Thank you for
Vicious
watching.
Vicious Inc. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Rose Mike, thank you for watching. Who else is here?
Harrison, you forgot Harrison.
Harrison, thank you for watching. I know Conspiracy Agent, thank you for watching. So yeah. So thank you guys for watching, man. It was a
Yeah,
good
you
episode.
forgot Ryan. You forgot Ryan.
No, I got him already.
Oh, okay.
I got him already. But yeah, it was a good episode. I mean, we're able to get. Good thing is we got all the topics that we could have gotten out the way from last week, and we talked about some new stuff, so that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. But on that note, Hoover 186, I'm out.
Yeah. So thank you all for watching. It's always appreciate. I always appreciate you guys always supporting us, and we're going to continue to try to provide good, entertaining content for you all. And so we will keep you all posted for Thursday if we are going to do the Tekken ranking. And just to give you guys a heads up, just in case, because you guys did this last time, it's only going to be gaming related only. There won't be no sports. Am I right about that, Hui?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be no sport, no sport talk at all. It's strictly going to be gaming and precisely the Tekken ranking list, just like how we did before. And if there is something that you do want to talk that you want us to talk about, we'll hold on to it for Monday. So if we are going to do one on Thursday, it's going to be gaming only. Just to give you guys a heads up, this is the Traditionalist 101 signing out. Have a good one.
326. I'm out. Peace.